Good evening and welcome to our Main Street Sports, the Coach's Box crossover show tonight. Ray Halbrook here with live stream STL. We're going to put both of our little logos up there. There it is up there on the right-hand side there for me. Thanks for being with us tonight. Obviously, we normally have Jeff Whitener with us tonight, but tonight we called an audible. Jeff is out sick, so we have Scott Latta coming in. Scott, how are you doing, my friend?
I'm like the substitute teacher here. We're going to watch some videos.
Okay.
Come on, Blair.
Let's do it. So we're going to pull the music down here and kind of do our regular Main Street Sports version of things. And Scott, you're going to lead us in the Pledge of the Allegiance as we get started, right?
I'm in charge of the zoo tonight.
Great.
All right.
Good luck.
All right. So going around the table, we've got 4 local high school coaches here, 2 boys, 2 girls. We'll start off with the one in the middle, Riley Blair, head coach of the Lady Black Cats of Herculaneum. To my right, Zach McVeigh, head coach of the Jefferson Lady Blue Jays. And then right next to Mr. Blair, we've got Jason Jarvis over there, the boys coach for the Herky Black Cats. And then on the end, by himself in timeout, is Chris Miller, head coach of the St. Pius
Already
Lancers,
starting.
the boys.
Jeff's not even here. I'm telling you. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Love it.
All right. So welcome. Glad everyone's here on this Wednesday evening. We'll get your popcorn. We're gonna get interesting here.
Oh, good luck.
All right.
Good luck.
We never get interesting.
So let's start here in the middle. Herky girls at a glance last year. Coach, according to the interweb, you were 19-8 last year. Season ended District 3, Class 3 tournament, second round against Grandview.
Yes.
Can you tell me what your record is at this point? There's differing accounts out on the web.
Well, we are actually 3-4 at the moment.
Okay.
So started out the season, the first game of the year down at Farmington Civic Center. We played Sykeston. Ended up losing that game to Sykeston in a close battle there at the end. Then came back and played, after that we played Windsor and started out that with a win, and then was able to go and play St. Gen. Lost us to a very good St. Gen team on their home floor. And then we've had the tournament last week at home and was able to beat Valley Catholic and then lose to North County and then beat St. Pius in the third place game. So
Okay. All right. So kicking it off, this is your 10th season as the head coach?
yes, that is correct.
So what strikes you different now is when you begin, like as far as like player intensity, time management, what stands out to you?
Well, I think the biggest thing about, my first year here, we only had 13 kids in the entire program, 9 through 12. And so we were trying to figure out how we were going to manage a JV and a varsity squad and be able to manage quarters and get kids. And at that point in time, you can only play 5 quarters a night. So
you put on a dress and hopped in there a couple of times?
Well, probably almost to that point. But, so it was very difficult for us to try to manage that, that quarter line. So we did that, and, that was our first year. In the first couple of years, we were, running around that 16, 17 mark after that. And then we started the lower level programs, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th grade, and started to build something up down at that lower levels and seemed to make help down the road as far as number-wise and keeping kids excited about the game and learning the game and wanting to be involved.
Okay, so it rolls over to year.
Yes.
All right. So, again, checking on the interweb. In your first year, December 2010, was your first game against Grandview?
Yes, it was.
Do you remember the outcome of that game and anything that sticks with you about it?
December of 2010.
It's a long time ago.
Right.
That's a long time ago.
I think I was still married. That was probably when he was in his bald shave.
I remember this guy right here I was coaching against. I know that much. But
Who'd you have on that team? I could probably tell you what happened, depending on who you had on the team.
This should get interesting.
Well,
Where's my popcorn?
that was a Kelly Pig year. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I know how that went then. Yeah.
Did you keep her in till the 4th?
No, I probably didn't.
I don't believe it.
I probably
Zach,
did not
did
do
he
that.
fall forward?
No, I don't think. No.
Oh, only no.
I've never done that. I've never done that
So many jokes.
for sure. No, I don't know. I mean, I just know who I coached against him. That's about all I know.
All right, so I'm going to say it was a 42-36 win according to the interweb.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
so I just bring that up because that's my alma mater.
Oh, okay. All right.
So you know somebody who loves dated stuff is Mr. McVeigh over here. He loves all that stuff.
Well,
Everything,
this
you know,
corner is well set up.
Pre 1980.
That's
just
right.
Awesome. You know, that's
There'll be trivia later.
And he will lose.
All right. All right, and finally, Coach Blair, looking around the table at everyone here, is there any sport you think you could best every single person at the table at?
Oh, say it in my good ear.
Let's say golf. I'll
no,
go with
ain't
golf.
happening.
I'll go with golf.
Ain't happening.
I'm going to say right now you're not out driving him.
I'm not going to drive him. I didn't say that. He didn't ask that question.
Drive for show.
Drive doesn't matter. It's like I can drive all day. I can't do the rest. All
Can't do
right.
any of it. I don't play golf.
All right, good start. Good
You
start.
drive the car well.
He definitely does that. He definitely does that
Excellent driver.
on 2 wheels.
Go to Kmart.
On 2
Kmart
wheels.
for underwear.
Kmart. Wow. Okie
That's a
dokie.
movie reference. Like I told you, I don't remember movies.
Oh, my gosh.
All right.
Unless it's like.
Are you serious, Clark?
See,
That was good.
All right. So we'll move over to my right, Coach McVeigh. Jefferson girls basketball at a glance. Last year, team was 13-13. Season ended again against Grandview, Class 3, District 3 tournament. What is your record to start the year this year?
Right now we're 3-3. We started out in the Valley Caledonia tournament, finished the consolation bracket, if you want to call that, 5th place game we won. We lost our opening game to St. Paul, beat Bismarck, and then beat Bourbon in that 5th place game. Afterwards, lost a close ball game to DeSoto, beat St. Paul in our first home game of the year, and then we just played West County, and they're really, really good this year.
Okay. We'll let that last part speak for itself. All right, Coach McVeigh, this is kind of a homecoming of sorts for you this year. Obviously, COVID's kind of put a little bit of a damper on that. Can you explain what it means to your legacy a little bit to return with a Class 4 District 2 championship on your resume and how that works into your blueprint for your squad this year?
Well, I mean, you know, that was exciting being a part of that. Obviously, it's probably in terms of a resume achievement, or for me, you know, best achievement, all the things that I accomplished over North County. But, you know, turning the page, I would say I'm hoping that whether it's parents or whether it's community or whether it's the players, that they can buy into the things that we want to do in this program, because probably what I want to do and what I want to try and accomplish is a little bit different than maybe what they've done in the past, whether it's last year or previous years. And so, you know, it takes buy-in. And, you know, with this year, with COVID, not having that off season, not having really a summer to really hang out with the kids and develop that relationships. And now that season starts, you only get to see them in practice time, basically. It takes a lot of responsibility, puts a lot of onus on the players for them to trust and to buy in and say, listen, the things that we're doing, we've probably never done before, ever. And so with a good senior class that we have, if they buy in and they pick things up quicker, then I think that's just going to have us take off sooner rather than later. And they're doing that slowly but surely. And, you know, it's going to be a process for us. And we get through, I'm hoping everything goes well and we can get through Christmas tournament time and really kind of get rocking and rolling once we get into conference play.
Okay. You kind of touched a little bit on my next question here. Obviously, you've had limited time incoming, COVID and all that. So with your squad, you know, how is it trying to imprint your strategy and get your message across to them? And do they really kind of get your personality yet?
Well, I would hope so. I mean, we always talk about what our standards are going to be, and we talk about the things we can control. We always control our attitude. We always control our effort. We talk about team chemistry, and and they can, talk about it on the boys' side, but I think for girls, in girls athletics, team chemistry goes sometimes even far and beyond above the skill set. And so always having team chemistry, and we always want to compete. And so for us, those are kind of the building blocks of the program. We want to be hard-nosed on defense. We want a lot of intensity there. We want to put an emphasis on rebounding. I mean, we're a smaller team, but we've got to do the little things right. And I think a lot of that is something that they're having really to learn probably for the first time, is that, I'm a detail-oriented person and coach, and so I'm going to nitpick kind of the finer tuned things, because you can do 80% of it correctly, but that last 20%, that's going to be the difference between you making the layup or you maybe, missing a shot. And so I think it's that last little bit is the buy-in part, that they're just not used to, oh, you want me to turn this way, but I've always done it the complete opposite. Right. And so it's just that buy-in and that build into just making a few changes here and there, and the sooner that they do that and the sooner that they realize, okay, I'm trying to help them and help their game, we'll take off.
Maybe just kind of retraining their habits a little bit.
Exactly, building up habits. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. And then finally, Coach, if you could make one of these guys at the table run through your drills and workouts with your team and actually be a participant, who would you choose and why?
Oh, Jarvis. I just want to see him. I just want to see him huffing and puffing.
I saw him today. He was huffing and puffing over there. He was beating up on these guys. Oh.
Yeah, I was. I need to let out a little aggression today. And we got the old football.
Get the pads out?
One-arm pad out because we can't finish.
It was fun.
We do the same thing.
Isn't that child abuse? I don't know.
Only in 48 states.
I've never would think to do anything like that. Well, that's because you're over there. Never mind. Anyway.
Hey, if they ever question you, say, I'm just thinking outside of the box. You'll see it down the road. Daniel-son. Wax on, wax off. All right. We'll stick with Coach Jarvis over there. Look at the Herky boys at a glance. Last year, showing 11-15 overall. Season ended in the second round of the Class 3 District 3 tournament against a very tough Steelville team. Coach, you lost Jordan Duncan. What is your record looking like so far this year?
Well, we didn't just lose Jordan Duncan. We lost him to graduation, but we also lost Josh Moreland to a torn ACL. He would have been a senior and probably would have scored over 1,000 points this year. And so we're trying to replace 80% of our offense. And, we started out, we played Kingston in our first game at Kingston, took it to overtime, lost by 6. Then we went to St. Vincent / Crystal tournament. I don't know what you want to call it. I think it went Crystal Scott Vincent. Yes, Crystal Scott Vincent tournament.
Like the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Bingo.
Okay.
Yeah, so I started with Valley Catholic there. We held Hogue to 9 points through 3 quarters. And then in the fourth, he decides to go off for 14 and pulls away from us in the fourth, and we lose by 23 to Valley, and that's who we got next week. Then we played St. Vincent, probably the best game we've played this year, lost by 10. They shot 21 free throws to our 5. Wow. So, you play at St. Vincent, it's a tough place to play. Jefferson, we played the next 2 nights later. They gotten the football rust out the first 2 nights, and they rolled us. Our kids played intimidated, and I was actually embarrassed with the way we played, and I would say that to them, and they know that. And we lost 61-43. Then we came back the next week and had Fredericktown, who I think is 5-1 right now, and we had it down within 2 twice, once in the fourth, and ended up losing by 11 to them because we had to start fouling. And my kids are just trying to find, who's going to score, what their roles are. I got a lot of young kids out there playing. I got one of my starters now is quarantined till the 24th. I got some injuries I'm dealing with, and
you lost all that scoring.
And to lose 80% of your offense, I have Bracey back who played a lot of varsity last year.
Very fast last year, yeah.
And Grant McCullough, who's a senior, who's our shooter, and he hasn't shot the ball well yet. He was coming on, and now he's not with us for a while. And I had Tanner Weesey, a kid that broke his wrist last year, and now he's got another injury and he's out. So, I mean, I'm playing a lot of sophomore.
You're piecing it together.
Yeah, I'm piecing a lot of things together, and we're just trying to figure it out. Playing some young players, and I got a good point guard who's a sophomore who's really shown some flashes in Gabe Watkins. And, I think if you look at our schedule at the beginning, I think it's going to prepare us for conference play. I mean, all those teams I named are playing pretty well right now. And I think our non-conference schedule, I mean, we got South Iron to start at the Christmas tournament. We're the 16 seed. They're the 1 seed.
Ouch.
And anyone knows that they've been beating people by 70 points, 60 points. And we got our road cut out for us, but then we may end up with Festus or Fredericktown after that game unless we were to shock the world. I mean, little side note, my only win at Park Hills is against South Iron. And I was the 16 seed then, but they were only the 8. So,
Okay.
but we'll see what happens. We're going to give it our best shot when we go down there.
All right. So, Coach, can you draw any parallels from when you took over the program to the way this season has begun with the COVID restrictions?
Well, I'm kind of like Blair. When it comes to participation, I had like 34 or 35 kids try out for the team this year. And we're about 25 now. That's one thing. And I got a group of kids that have played together for the last like 6 or 7 years. Their dads did a good job of getting them a lot of playing time together. My son was one of them. And that sophomore class, there's like 13 of them. And they've played together for a long time. So we're hoping get them some experience this year and see what happens. And the participation is really up. I took over. They were 0 for, I think, my first year. We won 3 games my first year. And we've went up every year. Last year was the first district win I've ever had as a head coach against Bourbon in the first round. So we're making strides. But again, like I said, we have a tough first part of our schedule. It's always not saying it's going to be easier because a lot of the teams on the other side of that schedule have gotten better.
But maybe you'll get some looks at some players that maybe wouldn't get some time at this time.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm getting looks at a lot of players right now that I didn't think would be playing varsity.
Okay.
And, that's going to be valuable down the road.
Okay. All right. So at Jughead67 on Twitter for Coach Jarvis. Your heading on social media outlet, I think, speaks volumes. You list yourself as a father first, a teacher second, and a coach third. Can you make a case that you're saying the same thing 3 times there? Because as a father, you're a teacher and a coach, and those other situations kind of intertwine.
Yeah, wow. Well, he did some research there. But, yeah, my family's utmost and most important with me is God than my family. And, you do that as a teacher and a coach. And these coaches, I know all these coaches very well, and we do a lot more that people don't know. Mm-hmm. You're a counselor at times. You're a dad at times. You're the only person that is steady in their life. I got a couple kids that I am the one that they come to when they need something, and so, yeah, I think I'd take that to my profession also, and not just the kids I coach, but also the ones I teach too.
Agreed. Excellent. I like that. All right, so, Coach, finally, who's sitting around this table do you think most likely would make the best Kobayashi impersonator if there was a tub of hot dogs here?
McVeigh.
I knew that was coming. What are you trying to say?
I saw that sideways. I saw the sideways glance right there. You're like, don't do it. Don't do it.
I was looking. I'm like, well,
what are you implying?
I'm thinking he's a little closer to the table than I am there. So.
He's the farthest away from you.
He's the farthest away.
He's the farthest away from a backhand.
I don't know. In actuality, it'd probably be Ray. Because most of those guys that shoot,
they're like this big around.
That hot dogs are really small. So.
I don't think so, Tim.
And thin.
All right. And last but certainly not least, we're going to go to Coach Miller over here, St. Pius X-Boys. Let's take a look at last year. 21-8 overall. Season ended in the Class 3 sectionals against Ava, 57-56. You did lose Riley Nager in the offseason. What's your record so far this year, Coach?
We are 3-0.
Okay.
Haven't slowed down.
No, we definitely slowed down.
Oh, you're 3-0, dude. You just took off where you did last year, man.
Yeah. No, I was pointed out to me by, I believe, my father, who's really good about pointing out facts. He said, you haven't ever started out 3-0. as a coach. That's because I'm not very good. And he took the words right out of his mouth.
Oh.
So it's definitely a different team. We didn't just lose Riley. Like Coach Jarvis, who lost 80% of his scoring, I'm pretty sure we lost about 90. Shooty was really good at figuring up the number for me and reminding me on a regular basis how hard it was going to be. So it's been different. Good news is the kids that I have coming back, they've really bought into what we try to teach, and we talk about stuff every single day. There's a lot of repetition where when I first started, there was a lot of why are we doing this drill, or I don't understand why we're doing this. And I said, well, if you buy into it, if you trust in I hate saying it, trust in the process, and Joel Embiid ruined it, then good things are going to happen, and you'll see the difference. So, and I do try to tell them with everything we're doing why we do it. And I feel like that's something that maybe when I was younger, I would say we're doing this, and I never would tell them why. The question is like, because I told you to. And a lot of times I feel like maybe this is different with boys and girls. Boys want to know a lot of why. Girls just sometimes do it. I mean, I'm not saying it's every time, but there's less explaining of why, and the boys want to know why. And so I go ahead and I put out there, this is why we're doing this. And I answer the questions. Do you have questions? And then and I've been very fortunate as to how that's really propelled us even to this year, where we might not be as talented. And we talk about very openly how we're not as talented as we were last year. But we can play differently. We can still compete. There are things that we can still do very well. And the good news is I have a lot of really unselfish guys. I didn't know what kind of team we had. We're still trying to find who we are, I think, because there are areas we need to improve. But they do a very good job of holding each other accountable and holding themselves accountable and knowing when they make a mistake that, I got to be better. And I think that's been the difference this year, where I feel like I might be a little bit more – I was very stressed the first couple of nights we played, but as we've had a couple of practices, a couple of games, I feel like I'm a lot more comfortable with them, if that makes any sense.
No, it's a process.
Great.
All right. So obviously, you started out pretty strong your first year. Coming into your second year without obviously 90% of your offense, what offensive changes do you anticipate with the squad this year? Just more, production from the bench or different strategy?
Well, I mean, it's hard losing kids like Caden Cook, Eli Boyer, Josh Rubel, who I feel like was a Swiss Army knife kind of kid who could fill up the stat sheet. You turn around and look, and he's almost got a triple-double. And he's a kid who, if he had any selfish bone in his body, could have averaged as many points per game as he wanted to. And he just didn't. He was that kind of kid. He was very unselfish.
I was very glad he didn't shoot as much as he probably should have.
I mean, there could be a 2-minute stretch during a game where he could just take over and score like the next 8 points. He just could do it. And no big deal. Nonchalant. And then, of course, losing Riley. So, I mean, we lost a lot. But we're not going to be the same team because we don't have those kind of kids. We got a lot of guys who play sports. They're athletes. They're not really basketball one kids. And they're very good kids in other sports that play. Like Nate Rubel, football player, Mikey Bullinger, football player, Xander Parson, football, baseball. Basketball's not their number one. Chase Martin, same way. He was a soccer player, and then he was a football player this year. And while he loves basketball, it never was his number one. So we've got a lot of kids like that. And the good news is the coaching that the same philosophies that I try to teach with my kids in my sport, we're trying to do that across the board. That's something that Coach Watson, our AD, has done a very good job of saying this is the kind of stuff we need to do across the board with our kids. And when you have that kind of mentality across the board in our athletic department, it's really helped us. So while we might struggle with, say, shooting from the outside, we have to be a little bit better with, say, one of the things we talk about is every possession has to count. So if you take a really crappy shot, just because I was open, that doesn't work. Is it the best shot we could get? Was there backside rebounding? we try to talk about different parts of this of what we do and saying it's not because you don't deserve to shoot it, but was it the best shot we could have got? And the good news is they understand this better than a lot of teams I've coached, even last year's team that won 21 games, which was obviously the best team I've ever had. But these guys might be one of the best teams I've ever had, if that makes sense, saying it like that, because they're really trying to understand that, saying we can get a better one. Take your time. And we talk about not having a shot clock, so we don't have to hurry and shoot. Just, again, because I'm open. There might be a reason why you're open. And that's been the best part about it is I don't have to have a long debate about it. They're pretty good about understanding that. So that makes us a different team.
And we've had this philosophical discussion, me and Ray, where you can have a more talented team get beat by a lesser talented team that can play together with chemistry.
Yeah, and I feel like maybe we've only played 3 games so far. We haven't been the most talented team at least 2 of those games. I feel like the other team was probably more talented, but they didn't play very well. So we played just good enough to win, maybe.
All right. So at Coach C. Miller on Twitter for Coach Miller. In scrolling through your feed, I was impressed by some of the informational tweets and retweets that you had. But one from December 13th really caught my eye.
This guy's going to go back and dig up all my stuff. It's like a Josh Allen thing or something. Try to find some.
Hey, I'm out there too. So it noted that a shooter loses up to 50% accuracy by shooting after fumbling or bobbling a pass. Based on the eye test, I'd say that's pretty accurate. How did you come by that stat?
Well, that's something that working with Coach Davis, I take a lot of his stuff. I'll never be anywhere as good as him, but he's very good about attention to detail with little things. And again, stuff we talk about, it's the little crap that's always going to get you. It's the little things that, okay, if I don't ever cover this, if I don't ever fix it, all of a sudden it's a mountain that I'm facing, and then that's what gets either we're not very good and the team exploits us, or we're not very good and it's going to get us beat, or I'm not becoming a better player, etc. And he said, I can't remember how we had this discussion, but we were in practice one day when we was out at Grandview, and we weren't great passers. Let's just put it like that. And somebody threw a pass. He stopped practice, and he was helping me as my assistant. So basically, he was still running the show for the first year or so. But he stopped everything and said, "Why would you shoot that ball?" I mean, the kid had to basically scrape it off of his feet, and then he tried to shoot it because he was still open. And he said, "Was it where you wanted it?" "No." "Did you feel good shooting it?" "No." "Why'd you shoot it?" I was open." "Okay, well, that doesn't work.
Sure.
If you're a good shooter, then you're probably, about 34, 35% from the three-point line, just, whenever. And that means that you're probably putting in shots. You're probably, if you're shooting in each spot, you could hit 7 to 8 out of 10, empty gym, nobody guarding you. But as soon as the ball is off, it's not where you want it. It's not in a place you're comfortable with it. Unless you're practicing getting a pass down by your feet every freaking time.
We do.
Well, I mean, and you should be pretty good at it. But it's not how you practice it. So you're in a hurry between here and where you're set to shoot. Mm-hmm. As soon as you hurry, you're hurrying your mechanics. You're hurrying your mind. Now you're thinking about shooting. At that point, there's no sense in doing it. If you're going to do anything, dribble the ball and then pull up and shoot if you feel like you got to shoot, or if it's an end of a game situation, you have that kind of time. But otherwise, just move the ball, because at that point you've lost it, which is, it's not just about the guy who has to catch it, it's about the guy making the pass. Mm-hmm. If you're a good shooter, the guys throwing you the ball, they're going to make you a better shooter. Because if you're getting the ball up here, if you're getting the ball down here, I'm not a very good shooter, because by the time I gather,
Jason Kidd, John Stockton.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not. So passing's important. So when the guy says, "I want it here," nope, I'm not going to shoot it. And I thought, man, that's really smart. So as I watch our kids shoot, anytime that we're doing our drills and the guys are throwing the ball or just half-heartedly throwing the ball here or there, and it's like got to reach, got to move, you're making that guy a terrible shooter. You're hurting your own teammate because you're not giving him a good pass.
Right.
So if you bobble it, don't shoot it. Don't. The numbers drop. If you just watch, and I kind of stated after a while after he said it, just some, here and there kind of notes, and I just watched how he would shoot, and I'm like, yeah, we can't do that. He's exactly right. Now, the numbers aren't specific.
Right.
I mean, I'm sure there's a study
But
out there.
the eye test shows you that's
yeah,
right.
I mean, so why would you do it? Why would you fumble it and shoot it? I mean, you might make it. That's great. Blind squirrels find acorns too, but then they die.
Well,
So you
Yeah.
don't do it.
It's funny he brought that one up. I used that exact post in practice the other day. A kid threw a pass at one of my kids' ankles. He still jacks up a 3, and I stop, and I'm like, all right, dude, you can't catch the ball at your ankle and expect to be having a good shot because now you're bringing it all the way up. Now you're having to get yourself set, and you're giving the defender time to get in your face. And
You're probably rushing.
Yeah, so pass the ball up. But, they get it in their head. They've missed 2 or 3 shots. They got to hit one. And, at whatever cost, they're jacking it up.
So, I mean, if you're shooting bad, you're only going to make things. You're compounding your own problems by shooting that shot because now if you're a good shooter, you decrease your chances of making it. And you're already shooting from, especially if you're shooting 3-pointers, you're already shooting from 20 feet back. It's hard to be a consistent shooter at that. So
Even if you have good mechanics.
right? Even if you have good mechanics. So and good mechanics means I'm catching the ball in the pocket and I'm shooting it, not catching it over here, not catching it one-handed, not bobbling the thing and dropping it, and
Spinning and blindly throwing up a shot.
Yeah, I mean, or kids who don't look at the basket when they shoot. That's another conversation.
Oh.
But that's just, and that's I was like, I watched when I posted that I was just watching I can't remember what college game I was flipping through some of them, and I saw that happen, and then of course the kid, it was a brick. I mean a hard brick. You got a college athlete here who's D1 scholarship probably, and they're shooting a shot like that, and I'm just thinking to myself, God, I wouldn't want my freshman kids shooting that thing. I can only imagine what if it was one of Illinois' kids or Mizzou's kids or whoever I was watching at the time doing it. I mean, why the hell would you want to do that? That's just stupid.
Right.
Sorry.
No, that's perfect. That's why I brought
What a
that
rant.
up. All right, so lastly, Coach, including Ray, how many guys sitting at the table do you think you could beat in an arm wrestling challenge?
I'm not very strong.
You only cut wood every weekend.
You're out. I couldn't beat you.
You're out.
No, I mean I'm a full body kind of guy. If I'm gonna do anything, so it's not just arm wrestling. It's like whoa.
It's a family show. It's a family
I'm
show.
just saying, if I'm gonna do wrestling, I mean it's gotta be.
This is Main Street Sports, my friend.
No,
This is
I'm
Main
just
Street
wrestling.
Sports.
Wrestle. Well, I'm just saying, you throw hay, wrestle steers.
I was going to say, you are country strong down there. And
You look
fabulous.
intimidating.
I've seen him wrestle.
He's seen me.
Little
He's seen me jump off of a
calf.
four-wheeler.
Okay, I didn't know where you were
take
going
down
with
take
that.
down a steer.
Yeah. It was
And
fun
it
to
was-
watch.
It was fun to
It
watch.
was full speed too.
It was.
was
Jumped off
full
the side of
speed, too.
jumped off the side of a 4-wheeler as it's going. Whoop! There it goes.
Wow.
All right, Ray. So I think
Takedown.
that's
Pretty
I
impressive.
think that's pretty much what we got from here. What do you got?
What do I got? Well, I got, if we want to just take a quick break.
Take a quick break.
You guys, we're going to get into the meat of this here. And we'll move on.
All right.
All right, Ray. Ray still wants to start the music on himself.
I like it.
I did. I started the music on myself.
We were waiting to see if that was going to happen.
You're watching Main Street Sports. We'll be right back.
Pay the bills.
Hi, I'm Lawrence Schrodinger with Home by SMCI. Whether it's residential or commercial, we have the right products for you. Global Plasma Solutions will attack your bacteria, mold, viruses, even help dust in your house. They install easily, less than 45 minutes, and it's invaluable for the rest of your life. If you're interested in any of the products that we do offer, give us a call at 636-337-4444 or send us an email at service@homebysmci.com.
Jefferson College has affordable degree options for students of all ages. Plus, the quality of education rivals any four-year university, and designated classes are guaranteed to transfer. Jefferson College provides safe on-site and online options and many exciting career pathways like humanities, business, social science and public service, math, physics and technology, and science and health. Students who know, go Jeffco. Enroll now at jeffco.edu.
Dr. Craig Rubel is an orthopedic surgeon and fellowship-trained sports medicine specialist who cares for all athletes of all ages, performing total joint replacements, knee and shoulder arthroscopies, and general orthopedic procedures such as fracture treatment and carpal tunnel releases. Visit rubelortho.com or call 636-933-7400.
I'm about to get teed up. What? I'm talking to them. I'm not talking to you. Are you kidding me? You're throwing me out of a summer league game? I'm not Riley Blair. I'm not going anywhere. Even the free throws. Shoot the cops. Join us. Coach's Box, 7 p.m. live from Las Vegas. Tuesday night. See you there.
This live stream STL has been a huge asset for Jefferson County sports, in my opinion. I mean, getting these athletes the camaraderie that they're out there and people can see them. I mean, to be honest with you, I got a call from a coach yesterday about one of my athletes that said that they saw some of her games on live stream STL.
Awesome.
So, I mean, that right there instilled to me that this is important. You know, this is important for those kids. And so, you know, I think it's great, and I wish you guys the best. You know, and if you're out there and you want to sponsor, this is a great opportunity for you know, kids to support kids of our local kids and get them support and get them acknowledgement out there, because we have a lot of great athletes in this county.
We appreciate that. And at the end of the day, our mission is much the same as your missions, coaches, to help shine a light on these kids and get them exposure and get their name out there and help them. And if they can advance, they're better off, we're better off as a community, and that's why we're here.
Hi, this is Coach Riley Blair from the Herculaneum Black Cats.
Hi, this is Coach Jarvis from the Herculaneum Black Cats.
Hi, this is Coach Zach McVeigh with the Jefferson Lady Blue Jays.
Hi, I'm Chris Miller from St. Pius X High School.
And you're watching the Coach's Box.
And you are watching the Coach's Box
on Livestream STL.
On Livestream STL.
Welcome back to our second half here. We're going to start the Main Street Sports crossover into the Coach's Box. And I didn't know kind of how you had this set up, Scott, but Scott's actually mixing it up on us a little bit here. And, you know, so tell us what you got going on here.
I blame Jeff Whitener.
Omaha. Carolina.
That's all you need to
Well, my understanding was
you have to draw that
this
up
was more of a free-for-all segment. So
I was saying I have a chance to win?
Oh. No.
Wah, wah, wah. And the air out of your sails.
It's gone.
Hey,
It's
just be
gone.
ready.
Can we get a tissue over here?
Yeah, right?
Guys, we're probably like 13 or 14 times.
All right.
I'm going home.
So we've got a potpourri of topics, and I'm just going to throw them out there, and then Miller's going to probably take it and run with it.
Who's that guy?
What?
Not calling you out or anything.
I felt like it.
Well, maybe a little bit.
It's okay.
But usually we start with baseball, correct?
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Let's go with that.
All right, so obviously the big stink this week was the Indians, after the 2021 season, will no longer be called the Cleveland Indians. They will be the team to be designated as something down the line. So,
The Cleveland baseball team.
good God, please don't.
Stop.
I'm going to be physically ill.
That would be fun. That would be funny.
No.
I think they should do it on
Cleveland
purpose.
Baseball
I think
Club.
it's so pathetic what the Washington Redskins did this year. So, am I allowed to say that?
No.
Okay.
You put us in Facebook jail.
Right. But
For those that do not know,
Yeah.
Scott is a huge,
I know.
huge Cleveland Indians fan.
Well, he had a
So,
jacket on,
yeah,
a mask.
he had
he's got
the whole
everything.
thing going on over there.
and I've got a tattoo down. Oh wait.
No, Roger show.
Roger Dorn. He's got a
Wrong
Roger
show.
Dorn
Right,
poster.
does.
Wrong show.
Oh wait a minute, that wasn't me.
Do you have a Roger Dorn baseball card or something?
No, but I've got a jersey of his at home.
Hey,
Oh,
there
of
you
course
go.
he does.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So anyway,
He's a
He
fan.
rivals, I'm not kidding you, some of the stuff that I saw over at Matt Brown's office. I mean, it's just amazing. And he's got all Cleveland Indians from Major League, got the Dorn stuff. He's got a Joe Boo doll. You know, I mean, it's
and
unbelievable.
I've got a very old bobblehead of like a very offensive looking Indian caricature. So,
There you go.
but
Chief Wahoo.
yes, it's Chief Wahoo. But like I said, it's probably about 50, 60 years old. So it's a little crude, we'll say.
Sure.
So anyway, with having to change the name, this is a small market team that has struggled with payroll, and they're going to struggle again this year because they're going to eventually deal probably Carlos Carrasco and obviously Francisco Lindor
Well, he'd look good in a Cardinals uniform.
for a year.
Yeah.
But
If they could get him more than that.
but just looking at the financial aspect of it, of a struggling franchise, and then you're going to take away all your marketing, all your branding, where does that leave you? It's a business.
Well, it is
Well, I
definitely-
mean, in the movie Major League, they tried not to get attendance so they could move the franchise.
Well, just take his name off the list then.
This guy's dead. Best line ever. They cross him off.
Even with COVID, I think they were still averaging about the same.
So were the Rays. Hey,
the Marlins.
they were okay with playing with this many people. It's like, man, this is normal.
Right.
Yeah.
Those 4 people heckling him out there aren't there.
Yeah.
darn.
I really think that it's unfortunate. I mean, I understand. I mean, I'm from Native American descent, so it's kind of like I've had this mixed feeling. Like, well, maybe we should, maybe we shouldn't. I don't know. I think if it sucks because it is a business, but then I feel like it's a double standard because change Washington's name from the Redskins to the Washington Football Club, which is ridiculous sounding in itself. So they have no mascot.
It's great when the announcers say
I know.
Redskins, too.
They-
They're
they
like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm like,
It's so funny.
Well, they did that with the Rams, too. They were like the St. Louis Rams.
They still say San Diego Chargers.
Yeah.
I forgot they moved to L.A. even when they did. But
are you going to really start this again?
oh, you had to say Rams.
I had to say Rams, and then Stan Kroenke comes in my head, and then I start to steam, and I just want to punch
Ray,
people.
can you bleep him?
We do not have a bleeper.
Oh.
Sorry, this is a
No,
family
we
show.
don't.
So-
And-
Just put the emoji over his mouth.
Right?
I mean, I always ask goes, where has tradition gone? You know, we talk a lot about tradition and what that means to, even it means to, if you talk about a business, what it means to a business. I mean, the tradition of that business and what they have people around and, all of those things, I think it takes a big hit as far as that goes when you take away the tradition of that program, which was being called the Indians. You take it away. I mean, it's like somebody telling you, I'm going to take away your entire business and only leave you one person to basically work all around the clock. I mean, how effective can a person be if they have to work around the clock? So
it's like the Southeast changed their name to the Warhawks. And then, my mom still hates it. She graduated from Southeast. She's always, where are the Indians?
I mean, I think it's, to me, I was going to say it was a double standard because then it's okay to have the Braves. It's okay to have the Chiefs. It's okay to have the Blackhawks. But it's not okay to have the Redskins or the Indians. Either you do it all the way across the board,
agreed,
or you don't.
Agreed.
And that's where I stand with saying.
Who's making the decisions?
Well, I mean, it's just
Probably the
whoever
owner.
feels more offensive.
Benjamin. All about the Benjamins. Franklin? Old
I
Big
guess.
Franklin?
I mean, well, it
Corporate
kind
sponsorship
of depends.
where it's
Maybe
at.
it kind of depends on what part of the country you're in, probably too.
Agree. For
You know,
sure.
because
I
in
would bet-
certain parts of the country, it's like, yeah, we're going to be okay with it, like Kansas City, apparently. But then you go to other parts of the country, like Washington D.C. No, that's not okay with it. So
They were okay with
They
it.
were for a while, but then it's people, times change, agendas, stuff like that. I don't really want to bring a lot of politics in the show, but I kind of feel like there's a lot of that too.
Oh, just a
Oh
little
yeah,
bit.
there's agendas. Oh yes, for sure.
Sure there is.
So I mean, that to me, again, double standard, and the fact that I really hate it because I don't like the Blackhawks at all.
They're next.
Yeah, right. That ain't gonna
So
happen.
what are you going to call them? The Ice Tappers?
I mean, I could come up with a bunch of names I'd like to call them.
Or the ones that they do call them?
Well,
Kevin Halley says the Braves will be next, but I doubt that.
Well, then you get into college, Seminoles.
oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh come on.
But, I mean, it's not just college. I mean, it's down to high school. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, they've opened up a big, huge can of worms.
I mean, if you're going to have the Putman or the Putman midgets,
The fighting midgets.
the fighting midgets, we can have Indians.
I
mean,
would
come
think
on.
so.
I'm offended if I'm a midget.
Freeburg midgets.
So you're offended?
Freeburg midgets too.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the wonderful Cupies of.
It's a naked baby.
I know.
I just want to throw it out
We
there.
allow that.
Hickman Cupies in Columbia.
Hickman Cupies in
It's a
Columbia.
naked baby.
Yep.
That's a bit loud.
It's okay. It's okay.
There's some crazy mascots.
There
If you
are.
look at some of
Maybe
the
that should be. We
high
should have a
schools.
mascot show.
Oh yeah.
Idea.
Great.
Trivia
Idea.
on the mascots?
Oh,
All right,
you,
Ray.
you will lose.
Mark that one down.
You will lose.
Hey,
right,
by the way, we have a text line now.
I
Do we really?
Yes.
We have a text line.
Tell
So
us
if you-
about it, Ray.
Well,
Hey,
here it is.
tell us about our text line.
Does anybody out there know about it?
No.
No.
Oh.
If
We
you-
don't know about it. What are you talking
We don't
We have it
know.
right here.
We don't know.
We have it right here. Here it is. If you
Just throw it up on the
want
screen.
to text something to us
Oh,
and
God.
ask a question, here it is right here.
I love
Below.
it.
314-939-8403.
Is it here?
Do
Is
that.
it at the? Is it at the
There it is.
bottom?
It's at the
or
bottom.
top?
Go
Yeah,
down.
we have it right here.
Let's go down right here.
And are
it
we
is
going to
on the
funnel
screen.
everything through McVeigh, everything that comes
We
in?
should. Yeah.
Okay.
McVeigh answers your text.
Yeah.
McVeigh here. How can I help you?
Oh goodness.
Send it his
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
Hey, you can do it any time of the day, and McVeigh will answer your text.
Any time of the night.
Yeah,
it
any
doesn't
time of the
matter.
night. He could be-
24/7.
While he's supposed to be teaching,
Hey,
I got to answer
that-
this text. Hang on, your question is not important.
You can be like those
reminds
old school
me-
pagers.
Oh my gosh, that reminds me about when we were at Grandview. What Wheezy, what she did to us, that prank that was pulled on all the coaches. Oh my goodness, I have to tell you that off air because I don't want that to happen again.
I think we're intrigued.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We might
after
be.
hours.
yeah.
Yeah,
After
it's
hours.
always a bummer when someone goes, "Hey, oh well, we'll talk about it later."
Oh, and this text line is not Kyle Bohr's cell phone number, although that would be a good thing.
that would have been great.
That would be cool.
He'll give you the odds.
Yeah, you go.
If you would like the odds, the line for all local sports, please press
I
1.
guarantee it.
Oh, my
Lordy.
goodness.
Yeah, open up a can. We
All
were
right.
talking about the Indians.
All right.
See how this works.
All right. Let's cleanse the palate a little
All
bit
right.
here.
Scott's like,
Cleanse
what did
the
I do?
belt,
What did I
And
do?
the crossover.
I just wanted to
is
vent a
over.
little bit.
And the main street's coming.
I wanted to take a handful of angst and just throw it out there.
That seems about how we do the show anyway.
All right. So, local scene. Girls and boys basketball, is there a potential dark horse that you guys see this year that maybe is a program that you thought maybe was a couple years away that could maybe jump up and bite some people this year?
Are we talking about in conference play or just in general?
Just local.
Just in general.
Boy.
You saying locally here?
Yeah. We got everyone quiet at the same time. I could see like steam
Well,
coming
You
off
have-
of Miller.
You have done something that we've never been able to
I
do on
don't-
the
I
show.
don't thi-
Stomp the panel.
Well, actually, I mean,
it's not.
we all
we've
don't say stuff about.
You're asking us to hold on. We've got to do the coaching.
Yeah,
You know, what's our
Preface
coach?
this.
our
So
coaching
they don't
speech?
like to answer these kind of
Yes.
questions because they don't want to offend.
no way. It's
Bulletin board.
I,
bulletin
however,
board
don't have that
material.
problem.
I wish the best of luck to all of our competition.
He doesn't even go to
May
the school.
best- Yeah, exactly. May the best team win.
Okay, I'm not going to. No, I do not wish that about all of my competition. And I can start picking some out. Some of them may even wear blue. But Not even you. I wasn't really talking. I was talking about his blue.
Oh, that blue, and then maybe like royal blue.
Royal blue.
Next and pass.
All right, sounds like a fight.
I gotta say, I mean, I think, and I'm gonna say this, and I know you hate hearing it. I think your kids haven't played their best basketball yet. I think with the combination of younger kids that you have, that it's a matter of time before they find their footing, and you guys get on the right track because I think you got a good group coming.
I hope you're right, because right now Jarvis is miserable. All right, so, I was going to say, a lot of people think that our 7 is going to be down boys' side because they lost Wyke, and they're kind of piecemealing, some players in there. But, the Ott kid is electrifying. Mm-hmm. They got a big guy in the Colton Richardson kid. They got a couple other guards that are hurt right now. They got some Breeze kids, and Breezes shoot it, and
yes, they do.
And so, I would think that they're a team in our conference that's going to surprise a bunch of teams that didn't think they would be at that point. I mean, they've already played some good basketball, and they haven't even, they're just out of it. It helps when your football team wins like that. I was at a high school in Festus when I was in high school. We had good football season. We usually had a decent basketball season. Kind of builds on top of each other, and those kids down there know how to win. Right. And I think Breeze he's a good coach. He'll have some. Those kids are going to be hard to beat.
I agree with that, and I think that momentum that those kids felt and appreciated what it took to be successful
Right there.
down the line.
Yep.
Right there.
I think will play off for them down the line.
Oh, I
as
think
well.
it will,
So,
and I think kids like Ott and all those guys that played football, they've been in the crunching situations, and it helped them. What Rugley does with that football team has helped Breeze and that basketball team, and I think they're going to be a tough team to beat in our conference. I think that St. Vincent's always tough. I mean, Chris's team's already 3-0. I mean, he keeps downplaying it, but they're going to be tough. Mm-hmm. He's so big. He's got some big kids in Xander, and a couple of those guys underneath the basket. Bollinger's a big kid. Rubel. I mean, they're going to be tough. But I mean, team that people expected to be down would be our 7, and I just don't see it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think that's probably a good point to pick out.
We have the biggest thing to overcome is poor coaching. So once we get over that.
Well, I know, and that's why you keep saying that maybe if Jarvis finds it, then my kids will find it. But no, I mean, dude, it's hard when you're starting basically over.
Yeah.
Kind of, and we only won 11 last year. So I mean, and that was with Duncan. So, we got a lot of work cut out for us.
See, was that so hard?
Yeah, it was difficult. It was like pulling teeth.
It kind of was.
Well, it was. I mean, I don't like to talk about anyone.
Well, yeah, you don't want to seem like you're putting somebody down or
Well,
giving someone a backhanded compliment.
you
Bulletin
might
board
forget
material.
leaving a kid out or yeah, it's bulletin board material.
Right.
And I don't even like doing interviews about my own team because I feel like I didn't say something about
Unless you name everybody on the roster.
And then who wants to hear that? It's like, talk about this kid. Well, here, let me tell you about the other 5 kids who do this stuff.
Might be here a while.
Yeah.
Well,
for some of us who have 40 kids.
But sometimes you can't avoid it because of the way the person asking the questions leads you.
Hey.
And sometimes you, I mean,
Agreed.
I'm not
Mainstream
dissing
media.
anyone. I'm just saying. That reminds me, we just got an email finally. But anyway,
Mike, yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I haven't got one.
I haven't got one.
So, sometimes you get led in that, but it's hard for us to talk about teams we got to play.
Right.
Yeah.
I respect that.
After the game, I can do it.
Right
Off the air,
right to your
we'll
face.
have some things.
Over
All right.
wings.
So let's shift out of that gear. All right, let's.
He did get a silent coach's box there when he asked.
I know it was
The
kind of
only other
like
time it happens when someone says something really awkward.
Awkward.
No, there's no silence in
Hit
that.
the Michael Jackson music.
like wait a minute. Was that vinyl? No, I didn't move.
There was no silence when I said that comment.
There was.
Oh,
like
there
half a
was.
second.
Me and Chris both looked at each other about lost it, but yes. Anyway, we'll
lose
move on. Sorry,
Scott, did
Scott.
you ever see that episode?
Oh, my.
Our show?
Episode 29, just so you
That
know.
might be on.
He
on our-
knows what
I'll have to go back. I'll have to go back and realize
Oh gosh, yes you do.
Oh, man, it was.
That might be on our year in review.
Oh, that may be why we're getting
Is that why we're in
That's
Facebook
why we're
jail?
Facebook
Facebook
bomb.
jail.
Facebook jail right now.
Jail.
I thought we were on
Bum, bum,
Facebook. I thought
bum.
everything was on the TDK thing.
No, actually, okay, so everybody needs to know this. For a short amount of time,
Special announcement.
down on your screen, here's the text line. Try it out. Check it out. Okay, but
Text it.
the Coaches Box Facebook page has absolutely disappeared. We woke up this morning. We got a one of those. You've been blacklisted, basically, from Facebook.
Great show, by the way.
Great show. And basically, so I put in a reply saying why, and apparently we posted something that was, I guess it was fact checked.
The fact checkers came back?
It was false checked.
Ah.
And I'm like, what in the world could we be false checking on?
Trivia.
You know? Trivia.
That was good.
No, you don't get it. That's funny. No.
Not till you win the cup.
Now
So-
you seem like a poor loser.
So anyway, we already have a couple of texts in here. Both of them at the same time, like 1 minute ago. One from this amazing guy says, "Is this Kyle Bower's number?" No, it is not. It is not. The other text is, "The Coaches Box is the best show in Jefferson County." Thank you so much, whoever posted that. I believe
great
that
comment.
was Riley Blair.
Well, if we can't get anybody else to text it, by God, we will.
So hopefully we'll have the Coaches Box Facebook page back within. They're saying it might be as long as a week.
I know. I had to
so
log
it's
in all
awful.
my Facebook stuff. and
Mine too.
everything.
Yeah, we all had it. It's
like, what in the
this
world?
is what happens when you have somebody that tries to falsify your fact check, I guess, you know. And again, we talked about this. This is the reason why we're going off Facebook and not going off of YouTube. I don't want this to happen to Livestream STL. Do you know how many people I would be losing over that?
Right.
I mean, we've got like 2,000 or 3,000 people that have that like our stuff, and if we end up losing that completely, TKDS, they lost that early in the summer and got busted with it. We had another friend from TKDS in Arkansas. They had to completely start all over. They thought, but about a week later, it was a deal that Facebook said, "Oh yeah, it looks good to me. You're back up." So
Zuckerberg.
and I keep hearing more and more from the Zuckerbergs and the YouTube guys that basically what's happening come April, if you're posting stuff, whether it's a school, and here we are to the schools, I'm getting ahead of the curve here. I don't want to see this happen. We ever get in a situation where a school is going to Facebook or YouTube, and all of a sudden an amazing shot's about to happen or an amazing play's about to happen, they have the right to cut that. From what I'm hearing is coming in April, they have the right to cut that, throw in a commercial, and you lose that complete spot. And when you come back, the game, that particular play is already over. So I'm like, no, we're not going to do that.
Wow.
So that's why we're doing what we're doing.
I think it has to do with your political views.
It is.
Has to do with your political views. A lot of political views we share.
I know.
All right,
Kyle
great.
Bohr says the over/under on that is about 5.5.
All right, let's put the soapbox aside for a second. All right, so let's go to maybe a more enjoyable topic. How about pro football? Let's talk about. Is there a more enjoyable team to watch than the Kansas City Chiefs?
No.
No.
Just from a pure enjoyment watching this team score and click on all cylinders. I don't even care what they do on defense. I'm just, watching Mahomes
Well, they don't
and
even.
everything.
It's amazing how they sleepwalk through a half, and then all of a sudden,
Exactly.
all of a sudden, their quarterback goes, "Well, all right, guys, let's go. Here you go, Kelsey. Here you go, Hill. All right, we're up."
You know who they remind me of? St. Louis Rams.
That's what I was going to do.
Just saying. I mean, I watched them play terrible too for a while. And it's like, oh, wait. By the way, we can score anytime we want to.
But
Here,
there's
get
been initial
I will
falls.
say that was some of the most fun times
It
ever
was
for me in
I mean,
football.
basically, when it was Montana to Rice and those, those marquee connections that you would see, Falcon and Warner. So I mean,
Warner and Bruce, Warner and Holtz, Warner and Hakeem.
No. Hakeem couldn't catch. He could
Warner
just run the
and
ball
Ricky
back.
Prohl.
Ricky
That
Prohl
Tampa
was my
Bay
dude.
game and that catch. I mean, I could.
I was at that game.
That's why I so hate Stan Kroenke.
Yep.
Do you really not like him?
We didn't know that.
I'd punch him.
Now, does that violate anything when we talk about
Yeah,
that?
No, it does not.
jail.
No. Sorry.
No, we've done a lot of crazy stuff here on the Coach's Box, and we haven't,
I was
Yeah.
going to say it only took 30-some-odd episodes to get in jail, Facebook jail.
40, yes.
40?
I think
We're at.
You seem very proud of that,
39,
McVay.
I'm just
39.
saying, with these three, yeah.
You could have
He's just a sore loser.
McVay kind of puffed his chest up a little bit. He's like, yeah.
That's what he
He
feels
also
like.
picked a blind guy for a football team.
Yeah. out of protest.
Yeah,
out of spite.
sure. Let's just go
Out
with
of
that.
spite.
This is the guy who doesn't
Hey,
win every
if-
week. He
Exactly.
picked it.
If I would have known, I
No.
would have gotten 3 out of the 4
No.
right, other right, and I would have.
Yeah, if I'd have known.
If I'd have tried.
It's not like my cousin. Oh, I knew Butler was going to play in the championship game. Shut up. You know you didn't. You put him in a bracket.
Hey, if you'd
I
have
was
known,
going to.
if you'd have knew the questions though, you wouldn't have answered them.
I was going to say, I mean,
if you had
like
privy
a
to them like
exactly,
Chris does.
secret emails.
So where do these questions come from?
I don't know, Ray.
We've been
I don't
asking
know,
this
Ray.
question.
Let's ask Ray. Some tablet somewhere, stone chisel.
Moses is
Ancient Chinese secrets.
I don't know.
The
Chris
Google?
knows.
The Google.
The Google.
Doug Google.
Not the Google.
It's Chris Miller at stpius.com.
Oh.
No, C. Miller.
Wow.
C. Miller, come on. Get it accurate.
Wow.
Got to have everything accurate here. We don't want to get anything else
Yeah,
shut down.
no, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
All right. So looking around the table, we kind of got a WWE, kind of
my
vibe
goodness.
going on.
Oh my!
Like maybe a
And how many people watch WWE? Raise your hand.
Now, no.
When I was in seventh grade?
Growing up in the 80s? Heck yeah.
Come
In
on.
the 90s?
back when it was
Here we go.
WWF?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Monday Night Raw.
The Attitude Era.
Yeah.
Had to put the F in there.
All right.
Hey,
so
I'll give a shout out. Deering watches our show. They were on TV. So my junior year, his senior year, they came to St. Louis.
Did you see the picture
They
I
were
posted
on
on Facebook?
They
of
were
them?
on him.
Homeless shoes.
Yeah, I'm not going to say the sign because it's a little inappropriate
it was
now.
very
but
inappropriate.
Deering and Bova and
I think it
Amp
was
Jeff
show
and
me
all those
your
guys.
show me something.
It was the train. Yeah.
what are we talking
Bring
about?
the to Crystal City, I think is what it was at the time. Yeah, the train. Look him up.
Scott's like, what are you guys talking
I
about?
have no idea what you're
That's
talking
all
about right
It's
now.
another off-air thing. But Deering, I remember
All
him.
these inside jokes. Everybody out there, if you've got some understanding of these,
No one
text
does.
into the text.
They're all, hey, they
Deering
spend
will.
half the time
Deering
trying to figure out
will.
what we're talking about.
Because
Deering
I
will.
found that picture on someone else's page, and I posted. I said, "This is you and Bova, dude." And he goes, "Oh yeah." They text
They're
me
on
all this
TV.
stuff. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
back in blah 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 blah.
99.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was awesome.
I remember that picture.
Yep. Go ahead.
So,
Sorry. Proceed.
anyway.
I apologize.
Yeah.
Oh
Go ahead, Scott.
no! Don't hijack the spot and then go. Oh, back to you.
Called you out on it. I love it.
You don't say anything for like 5 minutes and then you go. Oh,
Oh my god,
That's how he works.
That's how he works. The
That
next
is
thing
how
you know,
he
he's
works.
going to say, "Fall down."
And
fall
stay
forward.
And
Fall
another,
forward.
and another reason why
Fall
baseball
forward and
players
have
should use
some
steroids.
Yep, exactly.
Are you not entertained?
Exactly.
Fall
What?
forward and
That
take
was
some
the-
steroids.
That was the best theater was with the steroid era.
I agree.
Oh my gosh, yes, Sammy Sosa, Mark McGuire. I mean, I was glued.
Yeah.
Best
Hey,
time to watch.
you know what? They might want to just go ahead and let it go so that way they can save baseball again.
Cardinals might need to get on it so you can start hitting some more runs.
Yeah, that's
Just saying.
just steroids.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Or maybe
Bader?
just get rid of the guys who just swing and miss all the time.
Bader.
There we go.
O'Neal.
Yeah. Hey, listen.
Hey.
Just because you're bigger and
Fowler.
stronger, you can't swing the bat.
Bader's first in line, my friends. Based
No.
on
Yeah, right.
Keep
Wait a minute.
it.
Bader's
Get
first
rid
in
of-
line for what?
What?
To go back to Memphis?
the steroid
No,
line.
to batting
Why?
just against lefties.
Then he's not going to be able to run in the outfield. That's the only thing he can do.
Well, that's
Hey,
true.
he plays good defense.
But if he can hit,
Right.
but if he can hit 70 home runs,
his stats.
I'll let him work that.
If you look at his split stats, what he does against lefties, if they brought Peterson in and let him hit against righties,
That doesn't work though.
It
How doesn't it work?
No, it doesn't work to have two different guys. Just go get one guy who can do both and pay the money.
They don't want to pay the money.
There we go.
I'm going to
Bam.
pull a Miller. It doesn't work that way. I hear you, but it doesn't work that way. So I'm going to have
All right, so you play the guy.
man, I
you
love
play the
it.
guy for what, 5 innings, and then pull him when they pull their starter. Because hell, we can't pitch a guy more than 4 innings.
I know.
God forbid we do that.
Talk to DeWallet.
And then, wait,
That's a good one.
Then we got to put in Bader now because now they got the lefty in.
Hey, Mo knows.
And then
that's another good
wait, they
one.
went back to the righty. Bader's in now. Well, we're stuck. We ain't got
Scott,
nobody
do
else.
you know what you just did?
Nope.
Good stuff
Off
right
the
there.
rails.
Hold on. What?
They're
You
talking
threw them
about
off the rails. Come on.
He's on assignment.
Hey, what you know what needs to happen with Bader? Somebody needs to jump from the top rope.
Some-
Boom! Elbow drop him.
Some
Right to
other
the face. There's your back to wrestling.
No, they need to
No.
go Randy Savage against
Savage.
Ricky Steamboat in the early 80s with the
Nice.
ring
Oh,
bell.
There you go.
I will say I watched it back then,
Yes.
man. Yeah. Randy
Macho
Savage.
Man.
The Macho Man. Randy Savage. Step into a Slim Jim. Wait, Step into a Slim Jim was.
That was Randy.
That was Savage.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
Savage. What was the Hulk Hogan's thing?
A little Spider-Man.
Hulk Hogan would always to the crowd.
Hey, brother.
Hulk Hogan in Rocky 3.
Oh,
Yeah.
His Thunder Lips
Yeah.
is classic.
Fabulous.
is classic. The Ultimate Man against
Scott,
the
welcome.
Ultimate Meatball.
Scott, welcome to the coaches box.
Take your list. And just yeah, exactly.
that's why Miller quit making them.
Well, I want to look like I know what I'm doing.
Well, we try to look like we know what we're doing.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
hey, did you get an agenda this week? Why the hell did I do an agenda?
Wait a minute.
I got to 1A.
He's too busy. He's too busy doing the commercials.
Well, we
so
couldn't
that's-
look at the poll right now, but there was a poll up
Yeah.
about what
Oh,
people
man, I was
like
hoping
the
you were going to
most.
miss that.
And
Wait, no, I just pulled it
let's
up.
pull that up and see what Ray.
It was all zeros, I thought.
No, it
It
wasn't.
was all zeros.
No, it wasn't. Hey, let's be organized and let's go and do this. And now we're
Do
going to do this,
PowerPoint?
guys, and then we're going to
PowerPoint
do
slide?
that. That is not what they like. I'm just saying.
Why do you tune in and watch the Coaches Box? Conversation topics, banter, and shenanigans. Oh, I'm sorry. You put me in Facebook jail, Zuckerberg?
He does kind of look like Zuckerberg.
Banter and shenanigans, or nothing better to watch?
Should be probably C.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, 40% says conversation topics, but 47% say banter and shenanigans.
So you're
There
saying
you
it's
go.
close.
There
It was
you
closer
go.
than the last time I did.
47.
Yeah, but we do both with our banter
Well,
and
yeah.
shenanigans.
So it just goes to show you we're all about entertainment.
Are you entertained?
So is this a venue of sports entertainment?
Certainly.
Is this a venue of sports
I
entertainment?
like that. I think we need to coin that. The Coaches Box is a venue of sports
entertainment.
Scott,
And
you're welcome anytime.
We'll throw that.
Scott, you want to come and host the show? You see how well this works?
I think my schedule's free.
Sorry, Ray.
Ray's like, what have I
I'm just
done?
getting out of here.
What have I done?
Hey, Scott's been
Hey,
infected.
don't throw those. Those are expensive.
Scott's been infected
We've been
by
told
the
that
fun.
before.
Expensive.
Don't throw that.
Watch the fuzzy piece, too. What's your next question, Scott? I'm really curious.
Oh, my God.
The fuzzy piece, were you meaning McVeigh?
Oh, man! Well, you set that up, and Scott just came in.
It's like this.
Spiked her.
Who is this guy?
He fits right in with that spot, man.
Hey,
Wow.
Iguodala just goes for a layup and LeBron blocks
I'm sorry,
it.
but
That's
I'm
it.
sorry.
Slapping against the glass.
No,
I'm more man than you and can grow hair.
You've been working on that for a long
Man,
time. You got so much gray in it right now.
Mine's as gray as yours is.
I know.
Hey,
I know.
when
It's
we
all the
first
coaching.
when we first started working together, it wasn't that gray.
Yeah, I know.
With that picture of him going
Oh,
like this, it was not
yeah,
great.
Zach had this. I don't think he still has this disdain for
I do.
PD days.
Still do.
And there's this one time where he just basically said, "I'm
I
not
didn't
doing anything."
say anything.
You full
I
hunter,
did not
you did.
say anything.
You did too.
No.
I love it.
Don't lie.
Just sits back there
Don't
by the
make-
window,
don't-
and he's just sitting there like this. We had to take a picture of it, and of course it was meme heaven. Of how many times? How
You
many
had like
things?
10 memes that
So
day.
Ray,
Yeah,
across
that's
the
true.
bottom of the screen, do you have shenanigans going across there? Just on the crawl.
Something like that, right?
Well, we have
Shenanigans plus 5, right?
We have a fan that says pure entertainment value, right?
Hey.
Pure
Yeah.
entertainment.
Michelle Gebhardt is
value.
correct.
That is.
She's also won stuff from us before, so that's why she's still keeps
No,
coming back.
it's because she watches. And
We
she's
love you, Michelle.
entertained. She's entertained.
I agree.
You're not entertained.
I've known Michelle for a long time. Very good
Okay,
lady.
what's 1B?
What's 1B?
You said you got made to 1A.
Well, yeah. I was going to say, if this was a WWE style battle royal, who of this group would come out victorious, and why would everybody gang up on Miller first?
Oh, man.
Because
Gang up.
I'm the
go
mouthiest one.
Yeah.
That's why.
You'd be over in the corner
I
cutting
see
a promo.
Jarvis as Stone
No,
Cold
I would
Steve
pick
Austin.
up a chair.
Oh, yeah.
Jarvis.
I'd be the guy who gets
Do I have to bring that? Do I have to bring the net light too?
I wasn't going to bring that up. I wasn't going to bring that part
I
up.
don't
Wait a
know.
minute, wait. Are you like Dime Store Stone Cold sitting there with your natty lights?
I no, I'm H2O, baby.
It's true.
you on the water boy. Okay. All right. I don't know. Stone Cold.
Medulla oblongata.
You got some editing software. I want to see him with a couple of natties on our next promo.
Oh man!
That'd be great.
Either that or some
I got two Pepsis in the car. I'll go out there and get them.
I don't.
Commercial!
That's
That's a commercial idea.
Oh, that is
Yes.
gold. That is great.
Oh, but it'd be Coke Zero. It wouldn't be Pepsi.
Ratings gold right there. Ratings gold.
Hey, who knows? That might be a new sponsor right there.
Show,
That's right.
Jarvis.
Hey, if you want to waste that
Sleeveless
money on Coke, go ahead.
That's why I think you would.
You
you'd
could be
come
over there
out
with the
victorious
pythons.
because you got the guns.
I do not have guns. I can't even lift my arm up hardly anymore.
We saw those guns on a commercial.
Saw them this
Yes,
summer.
I was on my way to cutting grass, my fourth job, because I don't work at Pepsi and make all the big money, or Pius.
He almost said pious.
But I've heard from you that's not the case. You're like driving bus at 2 in the morning or something.
The
Jarvis.
recruiting budget. That's what the problem is.
Jarvis. Why do you always go? Why is that your always go to get out? Well, if I was not working at Pepsi, or if I wasn't working at Pius, that is always your go to. Why is it? I want to know why that is.
I don't make crap for money, dude. That's why. I mean, a public school educator does not get paid enough.
Neither
period.
does a private school educator.
We have summers off, though.
Yeah.
But do you, though?
No.
Yep. Sure do. Thanks, COVID.
You do for Coach Summer.
This year was the first
I was
year.
going to say.
What do I do with all this time right now? What do
I don't know what to do with
You
my
want to go
hands.
to a movie? No.
Guess
you go
what?
to a baseball game? No.
No, I was an essential worker during that time and just brought everyone pizza.
Order up, peeps. Order up, peeps.
Order
on
up,
a daily
peeps, man.
basis.
I'm just going to leave this at the door.
Hey, I gotta tell my people I'm out there delivering, so maybe I'll get a good tip. But then sometimes it probably hurts me. They're like, "Oh, I hope Jarvis don't show up."
That would be awesome. I would be like, here, we get a picture.
Is that a liter of cola? Did he spit in that?
If you only see some of the things you get offered when you go to some people's houses, I'm like,
This is interesting.
You do know I'm driving. I know you guys are all back here
Hanging out.
chugging beers and stuff, but I got to get back in my car. So thank you, but I'm gonna have to pass.
They're like, stay, hang out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're the cool. You're the pizza guy. Dude's the pizza guy. I saw him on Facebook.
Hey, the drunker, the better. Usually,
Yeah, I agree.
The drunker, the better.
It's kind of like
tip.
when I was a sober phone. I used to take in college. I used to drive all these guys around, and I'd stop and get gas, and they'd all pitch in. And I'd just drive around this block, come back a couple times to the gas station. So man, we're almost out again, dude. Here you go, 720. I'm like, oh, thanks.
Dude, the mileage on this sucks.
It's like, man, I just wasted all this money last night. What did we do? Like, I don't know. You just bought a whole bunch of beer and pizza. Swear to God, it was great. Sober phone was like, yes, it's my turn.
What do you call it?
Sober phone. So instead of guys going and
Driving.
one guy has to say he's not drinking that night.
DD.
And you're the DD. And you drive around and pick guys
That's
up.
awesome.
They have actually a phone. And they give you the phone and your sober phone.
Oh wow, that's cool. Wait, in a fraternity, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Is that hazing?
No, it was the only bad part was when somebody threw up in the car. And I had a 79 Trans Am. And it did get pretty crappy. I almost said it. Bad.
The views of the
Almost.
show are not the views of live stream
And
STL
they were. It was pretty bad, but still.
Or Main Street Sports.
or Main Street Sports.
I still can't believe
We've
he
crossed
was
over
hoping we
now.
didn't see the poll. Like, we weren't going to see the
Yeah,
poll.
like
we're not
That's why
watching
we're in
the poll.
Facebook jail, right?
Yeah.
Facebook, yeah.
They're not telling the truth.
I hope you weren't going to see the poll.
I put
Actually, the poll got better because it was way worse than that. I thought
Yeah,
it was
way worse
It
when
was.
I first looked at it. That's
Yeah.
why when you pulled it up, I'm like, oh, I haven't looked at it in a while.
So
Really?
Ray tells everybody to start voting for the other. It's like, listen,
Will you please vote the other
I
way,
went to
please?
bed
Thanks.
and I was winning, and then when I woke up,
Wait, is that a reference to anything?
Recently? Or?
not in the last month.
That's got to be Tyson
No.
Jones, right?
Tyson Jones. That's right. Yep.
Oh, gosh, was that not terrible? Oh,
Yes, I know that draw's okay. Yeah, I'm like, are you kidding? You're Tyson, the guy I grew up watching, and you're taking
You're the
a
dude
draw.
that just bit somebody's ear off.
I'll eat
Come
your
on,
children.
man.
Twice.
I eat your children.
and you're taking a draw? No, that was so staged. I'm glad I watched it on Craig's streams and didn't pay for that crap.
I wasn't going to pay. Next question, Scott.
All right. So
Yes, where we at?
Number 2.
Somebody wants to know how much for the couch.
1B.
What couch?
There's a couch. Are we on
What kind
Craigslist?
of couch? You talking about this couch?
Got a couch.
I'll sell it.
Yeah.
It is very nice.
You'll catch this from time to time. I got to pop in and just put in some comic relief on top of your comic relief, so no big deal.
Oh, okay, so you're kind of like canceling me out.
Exactly.
Oh,
Okay.
ow.
That
Like
was
it,
terrible.
you know, AC circuit.
Yeah,
Okay.
I hear you.
All right.
Hey, that's what we deal with all the time here, Scott.
Hey, get on there and put some more positive comments for us. So we're all pretty much more or less regional Cardinal fans. So
Yeah.
Yachty or Wainwright, who's more vital to bring
Yachty.
back?
Both.
Both? No, you got to pick
You
one.
got one.
Both.
No, you got to pick one.
Yachty.
Yachty.
Hey, elbow
Waino.
him.
Wayno.
He does things his own way.
But if you could only have one,
Yachty.
Yachty.
I'll go
both.
Wayno.
I'd say Waino.
And the reason why I say Wayno is a clubhouse guy that gets more out of the people around him
You don't think Yachty gets
than Yachty. Yachty is a team leader when it comes to showing leading by example as far as
You
that
wait
goes.
till Yachty's gone and see what our pitching staff does.
Well, I'm not saying that he's not the man with that position, but I think that
It's
also
Molina.
I think that Wayno brings so much more to the team as a
Wayno
chemistry
had
as opposed to
Wayno had a
that.
lucky year this year. He's washed, dude.
Well, it was just the fact that it was 60 games. They didn't have to go an entire season. I mean, that's
He was decent the year before.
Agreed. He was. Yeah.
He was mediocre.
Is a fifth starter, he was what you would hope
Yeah.
for. A cheap fifth starter who was reliable.
I just think it has to be Molina.
But I don't think Yachty's worth the money he's asking for at this point in his career.
He's not going to get it. If you look
Anywhere.
at all the teams that were going to need catchers, they've already McCain got signed. All kinds of people got signed. That the Yankees kept theirs. I don't think there's a market for Yachty. I'm sorry, I don't think there is.
I don't think nobody knows the market yet until they decide on the designated hitter.
Yeah.
I
well,
thought they already
that's
said
not
no.
happening. That's not.
Oh, it's not
happening.
happening?
I thought they already said no.
I've
Yeah,
been
I
a
think
little out
they
of the
made
loop.
that.
Yeah.
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I agree.
Thanks, baseball.
Well, the reason why is because that means the owners have to pay more money because that would require more players.
no.
And they're broke. Did you not know this? Because of COVID, those billionaires are broke now. So we can't do the DH, and I don't know if we're going to be able to pay all of our players. So because we're broke. Yeah,
The wallet's broke.
the wallet is broke.
So,
Yeah.
to get people to come to the games, they need to be entertained
Mhm.
by a team from the Midwest who can't hit for squat.
Well, on their standpoint,
They can't hit.
no, they have to, but that's why I think they have to bring
Steroids.
both back, like you said, Molina and Wayno,
They better.
to save fans.
Right.
But,
For one last go-round.
Yep.
yeah.
Agreed.
Well, Molina's going to be a 2-year deal. He's going to sign
I don't
with
see
the
Wainwright
Cardinals.
lasting another 2 years.
Not Wainwright, but
well,
Molina.
he can, but he can do what Smoltz did and go into a reliever role, if not closer type role. Not that he would be a closer, not in today's baseball.
And he looked me and you, right? I
not,
remember.
not in today's, but in a reliever type role, whether that's a 7-8 inning type guy that goes to Hicks or to whoever else, and just be that clubhouse leader, that veteran leader. But That's just not going to.
Yeah, but you know, in the age of baseball that it is now, where guys basically go up there guessing.
You have to guess.
Wainwright can be a great pitcher for years if he would take a reliever role. He can still play for another 6 years because all he got to do is come in and pitch 3 innings if he had to, at most. And that's today's baseball. And those guys ain't going to hit Uncle Charlie.
No, when his curveball's on.
Oh, yeah. I just go ahead and just say, we'll keep Wainwright around for however long. And
because no one else throws it, so no one sees it. They're like, what is that?
What is? Oh, it started here, it went down here. Yeah, it's called a curveball, dude.
Yeah.
I'm used to seeing slider and fastball.
Well, and the problem is that both Yachty and Wainwright, we talked about this, I think, last week, they command so much money because of their veteran status. And so that's why the market for Yachty is not there, because they're both should be getting, because of their status or how many years they've served,
it's a lot of money.
9-10 mil minimum. And so what you're looking at is you're looking at Yachty having, or more so Wainwright, going to have to do some type of incentive in their contract.
Well, they should.
But both of them should.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
They should. And it's
but
like,
Yachty's too proud. He's like, no, I want my guaranteed money.
But here's the thing: we want that to happen. But look at what's going on right now in football. Look what's going on in baseball, basketball. Everybody, go just look at Brady. Look at Favre. Look at all these guys that should have been legacy guys, but they wanted to stay in it longer than you could argue what they should have or whatnot. But the organization eventually is going to have to say thank you for your time and move on.
The Astros didn't. They let Biggio stay.
Okay.
I think
one of the 3 killer bees, though.
But I think the Brady thing was done. I mean, I think there was more to it. I think there was something with him and the coach.
Right.
I do.
But I'm just saying.
Sure. He probably told him, hey, we're going to start going in a different direction.
He said done.
Which may have been it, but
I mean, Montana. I mean, you look at historically down the line, those guys that are
Manning
Joe
stayed
Namath.
1 year too long.
Right. Joe Namath.
Everybody
forgets that he played with the Chargers, I believe. Because Chargers are Rams.
Where did Favre end up? Was it the Jets or the
he
Vikings?
He went to Jets, then the Vikings.
Okay.
Minnesota, yeah.
Jets 1
and then
year.
he fumbled it away at the end.
Because he couldn't go. He couldn't go to the Vikings. It was like
Against
some kind
the
of agreement or something that he couldn't go there. And then
enter.
I think something. I don't know. Probably a contract he signed. Who knows?
But
Because he was traded. He was traded to the Jets.
Right. But I just go back to, if you look at as a fan perspective, just don't be surprised when neither one of them are re-signed. I mean, it's just because they're going to say, well, we can't afford both of them. We're just going to see what we have from the farm system.
Well, and if you've been listening to other shows, and they've been kind of, because I do think they're kind of controlled by some of the teams in our St. Louis area, and they've been talking a lot about
Kinsner.
Yeah. Been a lot of talk about Kisner lately.
Oh, that catcher prospect?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
On the.
Well, yeah, but Carson Kelly was supposed to be the next great thing, too.
Oh, yeah, he was. So
he's great. He's good.
He's average.
He's okay.
Carson Kelly is the
that's
reason
what
why
they're
we
going to
got
sell.
Goldschmidt, right?
But that's what they're going to sell when it comes to hitting. They're going to say, well, here's a hitting catcher. So we're going to sacrifice some of our defense.
They got another catcher below him, though.
Right. Yes, they do.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, there's another one.
I would go ahead and trade Kisner and a couple other guys for Lindor for a year. Or let's go in for Arenado and say screw it. Because they're going to
I'm good with that.
They're good
and
with what?
Arenado?
No.
Andor. Andor. I didn't hear you say
I would go Arenado because I think you could get him to stay.
Yeah.
Well, you have to because he's under
contract.
Yeah, he's under contract. His buyout's in 2 or 3 years?
Right.
You're not going to get Lindor to stay. It's just not.
How do you know?
But he could be like that Matt Holliday type player that gets here and is like, "Hey, that was a deal."
Here, when he gets here, and you have him for that 1 year, why don't we just say, "Here's a bunch of money to stay that you would pay Arenado"? You're going to pay Arenado the money. You might as well just go ahead and throw it at Lindor and say,
Lindor's not going to stay.
That.
He is
Yes,
he is hell bent on staying. He's going to check out the free agent market because he's going to get the bidders for Los Angeles and New York, big markets, to go back and forth.
He wants to go on the coast.
He wants to be the highest paid player.
Yeah. Not happy.
Maybe just trade for him and then trade him away. And get anything we want.
I love this is the
Hey, this
GM
is
that's
me playing MLB The Show.
Yeah,
This is what
oh,
we're
wait, it
doing.
doesn't work. Hold on.
Wait a minute,
button.
You got forced trades on?
Forced trades.
Yeah.
No. Actually, I know what that means. No, it'd be like Steinbrenner. Just move guys around because I can.
Oh yeah.
I mean, might as well. It's all guaranteed money. Just move.
Do you have Ray's checkbook, or are you going to make this happen?
I have a checkbook.
Do you?
I didn't say you had money. I just said he has a checkbook.
Michelle
You
owns
take a
that.
check?
Michelle
Just write a check. It worked in that movie Catch Me If You Can. You just write a check.
Right.
Gonna post
Good movie.
date it? Just post date it.
Post date it.
There you go. Next question.
All right. Blues. So
Let's go blue.
Petrangelo's gone.
Zach, do you not know anything about this game?
Soccer on ice. Go ahead.
Stop it. Don't you disrespect this sport. Wow. Don't you disrespect this sport.
I actually like hockey. I would never talk soccer.
I don't know.
There's a difference.
Hey, watch and learn the game.
Hey, there's no offense.
McVay, have you
the
ever been
fact
to a
that-
game?
Yes, I have.
Those are great athletes. Those soccer players running back and forth like that, their
Right.
endurance is incredible.
Have
I
you
know,
been to a
and-
game up close?
They call those
No.
cross country.
No.
There's a difference.
Oh, yeah.
Cross country runners
What do you take you
ball.
close? There it is.
Hey, it's an incredibly difficult game to play.
I don't doubt it.
Both of them are.
And then you have to skate
I know.
Right.
on ice.
Right.
I'm not. I'm just
And it's
not disagreeing.
physical.
And they
not dis-
fight.
Yeah.
And they fight.
It's like a man's sport.
They don't fight as much as they used
I
to.
disagree with. Oh, here you go. I disagree with the
They
whole
don't fight.
icing or the offside stuff.
Oh,
Pointless.
You
I don't
disagree?
like- yeah, I don't like
You
it.
can't cherry pick.
That's
They've
why I
taken
don't like
greatest
it.
thing
I
about
don't
it.
want
About it.
They've taken a lot of that out,
No.
though.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Why? You want? I'm just going to stand out here by the goal. Hey,
Why not?
I think Blair
That's a
tried that.
strategy.
And we all make fun of him.
give me the ball.
It's
I'm
very
not saying that,
successful.
but the fact that I can't help it that I'm faster than you. Oh wait, there's a line there. Can't cross it yet. No,
No.
it's ridiculous. I disagree with that part of the game, and that's why I don't want to watch it.
Do you even know how that works? Mm-hmm. You understand?
The
how
puck goes
offside-
first.
The whole of the offsides.
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, the puck
concept.
goes first.
just like soccer.
Puck
Yeah,
goes
he
first.
could, you could
I don't
still,
understand. I don't understand offsides
you
in
could
soccer.
still
I
race.
don't
You
either.
could still beat somebody skating.
Yeah.
across that line without it being offside.
The puck goes first.
You just
That's,
gotta have the
that's
puck.
the way it is. You can't be there before the puck.
Right.
It's just that's that simple.
It's been like that for 100 and
I know. I don't.
how
like
many
it.
years?
If
Although I kind of like your
I don't
idea,
like
though.
it. I
If you
don't-
could take away that, it'd be like just have some guy sitting down there. Go,
well, I'm not saying
like
sitting
steroids
down
in
there.
One
baseball.
fat guy sitting
I'm not
out there
saying-
like, just wait, give me the puck.
I'm not
Right.
saying sit down there and sitting.
That's what
away.
would happen. That's why you don't do it.
And then
Right.
you might have a better game than 1-0.
it's not.
That's like
The,
steroids in baseball.
NHL is
Gamer.
not a 1-0.
Totally.
No. Not anymore.
Like in '95.
Oh, my gosh.
When it was dead puck time.
Okay.
Yeah, because right
Yeah,
between
but
the blue lines, that's like when the Devils were good.
when Sutter and
Yeah.
Bass and all
Oh
those
my
guys.
God, it was terrible to
Yeah.
watch. It was just like, well,
I
this
mean,
is hockey.
I've
I
seen,
know,
I've
that's what I'm
seen some
saying.
1-0 games that have been some of the most. I mean,
Now in
Yeah.
person,
Yes.
a 1-0 game is legit because
Right.
everybody's like,
Because the
Like that the whole
intensity in
time.
that building, yes.
Oh, yeah.
But watching it on TV, it's kind of like,
hockey's one. I'm gonna
Or
put
make
this out here.
or make the goal
Other than
bigger.
basketball, hockey would be
Why?
the next one I want to go see.
Why?
You've never
You've
seen
got a
one? Why?
goalie that
they
but
got
I
a
want
soccer
to.
goal.
That-
The
that-
soccer goal is like 20 feet long,
Right.
and they score 1 or 2 goals, and that's it.
I would shorten the field.
No,
Yeah.
that's dumb.
Short.
go to the indoor. Go to the
On
indoor
soccer.
soccer.
Exactly. They score more in
Yes.
indoor soccer.
Okay, that's great. It's not
Yes,
watching
they
it,
do.
but you're talking about making the hockey goal bigger.
If
No,
Yeah.
that's stupid.
you want to get my
All
viewership,
right, McVay.
I'm
McVay.
quite- I'm-
I can deal with the. I can deal with the fall forward.
no,
I can deal with the. I can deal with the steroids in baseball, but you can't get
Riley's
rid of
losing it.
offsides. You can't get.
you
rid
can't
of
make the goal
offsides.
bigger.
why not? Why can't you? Just like you can't have a DH in baseball. Yes,
You can't have a DH in baseball in both leagues.
They need
Oh,
to raise
I'm
the
saying-
basket.
that's what I'm saying. You can change any rules you want.
I've got a good one here.
They
Jeff
could raise
Ketcherside.
they could raise the goal
Yes.
to 13 feet in basketball if they
Listen.
want.
Here it
it's
is.
a game. They can change the rules.
Hey, Ketcherside says they outlawed the left wing trap a long time ago. McVay has no clue.
I know I don't have any clue. I'm not going to watch. It's boring.
Holly says stop dissing soccer.
I wasn't
You're
dissing
gonna
it. I
make
just said
poor
it's not my
Matt
favorite.
and me. Oh, that's great.
Oh, I'm
Go
not-
ahead.
I
We're still gonna do
apologize.
soccer.
I
on
I
this
am
show.
not going to watch soccer.
Sorry.
Why? It's
I'll
the
watch.
same thing.
I'll watch the women's
Did you
World
not watch
Cup.
it?
And
Anchorman?
and it's not the same thing. They don't hit
Touchdowns,
each other. They
home
don't-
runs, and no soccer.
Well, they do hit each other.
That's exactly right.
Oh, soccer's so
All right,
boring.
so hockey. Go with your question. Sorry.
All right, so Petrangelo's gone.
Yep.
Tarasenko's all brittle. So is this team poised to be anything going
We
forward?
got Robert Thomas.
So
I know. I'm just. That's
Well,
what they were talking about.
I mean, I think just the way that if they can get the
now
the
wait, did they lose
defenseman-
did they lose the backup goalie?
yes
Allen.
Yes,
Yeah,
Allen's gone.
Okay.
Allen's gone.
So it's Vinny Huso.
Go.
Did you just make that up?
Huso.
No,
that's
Huso.
the
Okay.
That's the
That
backup.
sound- that sound
I'm
like-
sorry. No, was that a trivia question? Oh, Ray told me the answer. No, I think that if they can get
Wow.
the defenseman.
1966, the
Hey,
main goalie for the Blues.
Hey, listen,
was,
you just take. You don't even talk hockey.
I'm not-
just sit
I'm
over
not-
there.
Rick Wamsley was the guy.
Now he's finally
Drink your Pepsi.
started
You
to
take your
admit it.
Pepsi and you're no offsides somewhere else.
I still
right?
can't believe he thinks soccer sucks. I'm not soccer.
Hockey.
Hockey.
Sucks.
Hockey sucks.
I cannot believe
Come
it.
on.
It's Zach.
I mean, he would. He'd
We
go
love you,
to-
Zach.
You'd
Thank
go
you.
to a soccer game first, wouldn't
no.
you?
Now wait, in lacrosse
Although-
is there offsides?
You
No.
go to a hockey game before you go to a
I
soccer.
don't
Oh,
know. That's a
definitely.
good question.
Definitely.
Okay.
So I think if they can get the defenseman to play Berube style of being physical, and
Krug's going to be huge.
well, he's more of an offensive guy.
How
He's
old is
not-
Krug? Isn't he like
He's young.
He's 27.
Okay.
28.
Yeah, he's
27,
26 or 27. Yep.
I mean, Petrangelo's what, 31?
So is Krug? Is he the guy who's like 7 foot tall, or was that somebody
No, that
else?
was
Parayko?
Zdeno Chara,
Okay.
6'9".
No, that's the guy that went coast to coast or whatever it's called in hockey without his helmet on and then speared a guy. That's completely legal.
Oh, he actually.
No, it's
it was
not.
Robert Thomas who he absolutely
Yeah, that was
destroyed.
Krug.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
That's who.
That's
yeah.
okay, right?
Now they're friends.
But he lost his
Maybe.
helmet because he got hit down the other end, so technically you can do that. That's okay. He didn't
I'm
spear
just
the
saying-
guy.
I'm just saying,
He didn't
you
spear
can
the
do
guy.
that.
McVeigh is outraged.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying.
I don't know
that's
what I'm
okay.
watching, but I'm upset about it.
That's okay, but
He didn't
you
spear
can't
the
get in front.
guy.
You can't get in
How
front of
did
the
he
puck.
coach football? Because all of his views are so
They all
pansy.
fell down.
I mean,
Oh,
like,
my
fall
gosh.
forward.
They all fell down.
Hey, four corners on offense when you're up 20. I mean,
Never said up 20.
oh, okay, 30.
I've never said up 30.
Up
either.
50.
We love
Yes.
you, McVay. We love you, McVay.
Oh, my.
Hey, I did call the defense for him one year.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you blitzing? I don't know. I'm blitzing.
You're being
6-0.
too aggressive.
It's the only call I do. It's like-
Jailbreak blitz. He had a special sign for jailbreak blitz.
It's a sour game.
That made my night right there.
Oh my.
Yeah, you were blitzing everyone, right?
Oh yeah. We're bringing the house.
Was that 6-0 year?
Yeah.
6-0?
Their pictures
hey.
are on the wall.
Hey, it's the only banner I got hanging in the
Exactly.
gym. I don't want to hear it.
He's got his statue on one end of the school.
No, there's no statue there.
No,
No, not at all.
that would have come down
hard.
quick, fast, and in a hurry, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what happened when you go 6-0. They build you a turf field out there, and going to call it.
No comment on that. We are not talking about.
Oh, my gosh. I love it. I want Big Bay is fired up now, boy.
No, we're not talking about that. Next question. Hockey. What a great sport. It's cold, eh?
And back to you.
Hey, McVay, you could be. Well,
No.
Scott,
we're the only school in the county that doesn't have a turf football that is public. Public.
Okay.
They got a brand new weightlifting
It's coming.
arena.
It's coming.
You got a weightlifting arena?
Wellness center.
Oh yeah, it's like Thunderdome.
There's a good question. Will Herculaneum ever get a turf field? The answer is probably no.
Well, when
yeah.
Crystals floats,
That could happen. That could definitely happen.
I'm sorry. I'm done.
That could
I'm
definitely
mute my
happen.
mic, please.
It would have to float upriver.
And Zach's on assignment. I'll see you guys after New
He's
Year.
going to float to Canada.
Hey, that would have to float north to Canada.
he's gotta get
Exactly. That's exactly right.
He's got to get to Alaska first.
McVeigh, sorry, not
Unbelievable.
sorry.
Unbelievable. Wow.
And he's a Crystal grad.
I
I
know.
know. Born in Pride.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got to keep your head on a swivel with these guys. I mean,
Oh, we do.
Everybody got a comment. I can't say that.
I was there. I was at Crystal. I was the D coordinator when they put in the turf football field. That first night was
Which time?
rough.
the first time. Before it got flooded a few weeks later. But yes, the first time. Gosh, that was such an awesome night. And then, I don't know, not long after that, it was flooded. I don't know.
Did we play on it when it was turf?
Yes. You guys danced in a circle because you beat us one time there.
Not us.
Not us.
Grandview did.
Okay, well, not us.
Not us.
Not our
Well,
kids.
you were on.
we were humble winners.
You were part of this. You were part.
No,
I
not
felt
that
really
year.
Now you were
Not
dancing
that
in a
year.
circle. I'm kind of picturing like the replacements as they're moving
they
the
fall
huddle with the puke.
Okay,
No,
so
they
let me
didn't have
describe
all
real quick when me and Zach were coaching football. We had 3 kids on the line who could block and 2 kids who
Stood there.
who couldn't play dead in a cowboy movie.
Your
And,
words, not mine. No.
Great kids.
Great kids.
Couldn't play dead, couldn't do anything. So if we wanted to run to the right, we put all the kids.
And he's worried about talking about players from other schools.
Those kids are graduated now.
I know they're
They're
adults. I
graduated
know
now. It's
they're
okay.
adults.
They're adults.
They're
now.
not on Facebook.
If they want to come and find me right now, they can come find me. I don't care. I'll tell them to their face. We ran to the right, and if we wanted to run to the left, we flipped the line and put those
Well,
other 2
yeah,
kids
you
on the
put
other
the
side.
best. Yeah, you did. Yeah,
It wasn't any secret of what we were going to do.
yeah, but a lot of.
And if it was a naked
I'm not gonna
bootleg
say
going
it.
out to
Beat
that
us,
side,
though.
it was like,
Beat
you're
us
just
that
going to
way, right?
outrun everybody.
So
You're
what are
not
we going to do in a
blocking.
reverse?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Okay.
anytime it was like a play action or you kind of, it was, dude, you just got to run. Dude, you're just not going to be the help. Because we got a couple of kids who were out there as flankers. They're good luck getting a block.
Some
Just
coaches-
get in the way of them.
Some
Just get in the
coaches they
way.
coached against probably didn't even notice.
No,
They didn't.
They didn't.
They
They
didn't.
didn't notice that you were running.
That was the secret to it, too. And that's
worked.
exactly what we did.
Undefeated. It worked.
Well, and we had it's typical junior high.
Yeah.
Our 3-4 best players were already 5'11", 6 foot, went through
Oh,
puberty
wow.
already. So
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
then
Did you have? Just tell me, please, that you had like a reverse.
we had all kinds. Hey,
So-
we did
everything.
shifts. We'd go like a heavy formation or tank formation, shift out of it. There were several times we'd have to tell the officials, no, you can do this. You're allowed to do this, and have to explain to them the rules of how you can shift. Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, so we did all kinds of stuff with that.
it was a fun group.
Did you have to explain it to them before the game, or was it?
No, because they throw the flag.
They throw the flag.
And then we'd have to explain, no. As long as they don't put their hand on the ground, they're allowed to move.
And
we
then
didn't
he'd-
say set.
Then you throw them a 20, and
No.
everything's fine.
No, it wasn't anything like that.
Were you guys in Perry County?
There were no games played in Perry County. But I will say, I mean, it was.
Sorry.
I really wish that
wish
the
it
quarterback of that team would have finished his career. He actually
of
moved
them.
after
Yeah.
that year and
Yeah.
went to Fernie where there was no football, and he would have been a really big help
That-
for
that
all
whole-
programs.
Well, and that was the thing about that group. They probably had 7 or 8 guys, and then by the time they graduated, two?
Two
maybe?
kids, I
Maybe.
think 2 kids
Yeah.
played.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. And that's unfortunately that's kind of how it's been out there a little bit sometimes with your kids, but it was a fun group. The kids they always they were real smart,
football savvy. I mean,
they
you
were
could
smarter
put
than me. And I was going to call the defense like, coach, you think we should be blitzing? Like, probably not, but you know what? That's good. That's good. There you go, help.
What
from
you
the
got,
kids.
Lottie? What you got?
He's like,
Wow. Jarvis
we
is
went
like
from
hey,
hockey to
TikTok.
football to
I know.
The window.
I want to see what's next.
All right.
The window has not been talked about.
Hey, the holidays are coming up
Does
here.
Scott know about the window?
I don't think I do.
That's after hours.
The windows and after hours
Conversation.
conversation.
All right. Clean it up for me. Let me know.
They don't clean it up.
Get out your Windex.
All right.
On to you, Scott.
Next on the agenda. Next on the agenda.
And that's all we have tonight, folks. No. So, like I said, holidays are coming up. You know, get to spend time with family and friends. What are some of your favorite aspects of the holidays? Songs, traditions, food, what have you?
You better pick on somebody here.
Oh, I'm throwing it out to Riley right now.
Riley
there you go.
Blair, all right.
You've probably seen it on Facebook. Did you see his pajama pics?
That's right. That's
Family
right.
all coordinated in the pajamas.
That's right. You know, that's one thing that the wife always coordinates is our family pictures during the holidays, and so that's something that we always do to try to do with our parents. Try to get our parents involved in that as well. So and that's one thing, and then the other thing is it's always tradition. It was for me growing up that I was in a basketball gym over the holidays, either watching my dad coach or I was playing in it or just going and watching basketball in general. So that's kind of been a holiday tradition for our family for many, many years. And so this year my dad was just talking to me last night about, it's so much different. They're from Illinois and they don't have any basketball right now. And he came over to watch my son.
Communism.
I was going to say, are they allowed out of the state?
No.
I don't know. Okay.
But he was able to come over here and watch our watch his grandson play last night, and he's like, man, it was just so nice to be back in the gym watching basketball again. So that's something that we always do, and it's just kind of a holiday tradition as far as our family goes.
Oh, cool. Jarvis?
Is there any like 6'6" Benton kids that want to?
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
Hey, that actually was an article.
Yes,
Yes.
pulled it
Yeah,
up.
did you see that?
A lot of kids
What,
are
transfer?
fleeing.
You think they care about their education?
Maybe.
My question, and here is what's going to happen is, how many of those kids are going to transfer after January 1 when the new semester comes available and they can come in and play over here? And that might happen.
That could be interesting.
Because the IHSA is supposed to make an announcement about if they are going to have a basketball winter sports at all. And then if they don't make that announcement by January 1, I would see a lot of kids moving either Illinois, Kentucky, or Missouri, or Indiana, Kentucky, or Missouri
Herculaneum
way.
Yep.
So
Wow. Hey,
I see it
before we move over to Jarvis, there's something we've got to do here real quick. And
Number 2.
your mother called me today.
Oh, goodness gracious.
She messaged me and said that tomorrow's your birthday, right?
Yes,
so
it is.
we've got some utensils, because pull out your utensils there, guys.
Oh, boy.
And
Oh, boy.
there's forks and knives and spoons because you were forked over the weekend apparently.
I was.
Do you know who forked you?
I have no earthly idea.
Okay,
Oh,
but
sad.
we're gonna
Girls
sing happy
fastball.
birthday to
Oh, gosh.
to Mr. Riley Blair here for while we're forking and kniving and spooning at the same time.
We are not spooning. Oh my
The
God!
views of live stream
Same
STL
as-
are not
the
the
views.
same as the coaches.
McVay's like, I'm out.
Oh my gosh! Michael
You said we're
Jackson's
supposed
getting ready
to
to start
What
playing.
about Christmas traditions?
We just started
my
a new
gosh.
one.
So happy birthday to
Riley.
Happy birthday to Riley. Happy
birthday,
birthday, dear
Coach
Riley.
Noodles.
Happy birthday to you.
How
And you
old?
guys-
Hey,
There you go.
How old
Many
is
more.
Coach Noodles?
I will be 39 tomorrow.
39.
Hey.
Shut up!
39.
No, you're not.
Yeah, yeah.
No, the bald
Really?
spot says it's older.
Well, trust me, I posted a video today of my son's
Oh, I saw that.
Uh,
you look so young.
8 years ago.
And you had so much hair.
I did, and that was one thing that
Hey,
a couple
everybody
different
said-
people pointed out that. But
There's a lady over there that will help you with that. Carolyn Jarvis.
Get some of that
Monet.
spray can stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Monet.
there you go.
Ah.
I didn't
Hair
realize.
can.
I
Monet.
did not realize how much hair I have lost in 8
Well,
years.
I'll
Have
tell
we
you.
not
That's
told you,
exactly
in
great.
38 episodes, have we not told you how much hair you've lost?
I try not to
doesn't
think about
listen
it.
to
I
us
was
at
like,
all. We're about informing people here.
I was talking about it
Right.
when I was live that day. He was
Oh,
coaching.
look.
I was like, yeah.
Your mom even just posted happy birthday, son.
she's a
There it
huge
is.
supporter of mine, and so I do
well,
appreciate
she
that.
has to
about
be.
it.
Kind of
Nobody else is.
Hey, if I have my mom and dad's blessing, I'm okay with that. I don't care about anybody else. It might be my wife, but that's only 3 people that I really care about.
Maybe. Sam's going to be on here to say, oh, hey.
Maybe.
But
Great.
Well, big birthday tomorrow, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
When's
what
your
are you gonna do
next
for your
game?
birthday?
I mean, it's my next game next Monday at Festus.
Why are you at Festus again? I thought you were at Festus
We'll be at
last
that
year.
game.
No, 2 years.
We'll be at that game.
Oh, it was at home last year? I missed that one.
Yep.
We'll be at that game. Along
Certainly.
with others.
What day?
Next Monday.
Next Monday.
Oh,
We got a
Okay.
doubleheader next
You
Monday.
have to get me a ticket.
Book it.
By the way,
book it.
I'm throwing up a little video here. This is Riley's. Oh my gosh! Look at the hair on that.
Oh, you actually doing that? You
Yeah, right
throwing
there.
Oh, my.
Oh,
Look at the hair on that.
Look at that.
Wow!
He
Look like
already
a
started
kid.
to comb over there. Wow.
Wow! Look at that. And look at the little kiddos. Isn't that something?
That's crazy.
As soon as I make that comment, who pops on? My wife.
Yeah.
Hey, because she just reminded. It's like, oh crap, it's Riley.
Somebody said you better watch. Turn it on and look at what he's saying here.
I mean, look at that video though.
Holy smokes!
Hey, look at the hair.
I had a lot of it there.
And you were thin.
Well,
Dang, man.
hey, I am getting a lot thinner. I'll tell you that.
We're really going to have to pick up his self-esteem.
McVay's like, I feel attacked.
I feel real good about myself. I've lost 36 pounds since December 2nd. So
Yeah, look at you go.
I'm working on that, and I feel a lot better. I can tell you that.
Nice.
Makes a big difference.
Got quiet in here.
It did. It
I
did.
didn't notice.
Hey, but I wanted that positive. Well, I guarantee you I noticed.
It's all right. It's all good.
I've gained about 20. So hey, you know.
Is that your tradition?
No. One of my traditions. I mean, me and my family usually go to a candlelight service for church, and that's a big thing in my family that we do. And then we all of us brothers. I'm the youngest of 3, and we get around, and there's a lot of stories being told. Kind of some. Almost like the coach's box here at the Jarvis house. Mom and Dad find out about a lot of things they didn't know that happened. That happened. All right, you know, like
I didn't know that happened.
Has the statute of limitations passed on those?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So
Thank God.
we're pretty free about selling each other out in front of Mom and Dad at
Nice.
holidays, and so we have a good time doing that. And that's basically some of my biggest ones. So as long as I'm hanging out with my brothers, I'm happy.
Cool. McVeigh?
I'd say with mom's side, so on mom's side, grandparents lived down in Florida, so they would kind of ship their presents up, and so we'd have a big family get together either the Friday or either the 23rd, 24th. We'd have a big family get together there, and then day of we'd have maybe Dad's side of the family. With Mandy, my wife, their family, we like to go up and see the lights. We'll go up to Lady of the Snows, and we'll do that, or we'll go up to the most years we'll go up to the Live Nativity here in the Imperial area. Just kind of do that. I mean, it's kind of been tradition, with my son since he's been really little. So we'll see now that he's a teenager if he wants to continue to do that.
If it's still cool.
But, we used to go to the one at DeSoto at Mann's.
Yeah, Mann's
They
Funeral
used to have Mann's Funeral Home when I was a kid.
Still do it.
Took my kids out there several times when they were younger too.
All right, Coach Miller, you got the floor.
Oh, for traditions?
Yeah. Farming.
There's some firewood to be cut. One time when I was a kid, I actually got to open presents, and then we went out and cut firewood for the rest of the day.
Got to. I like that.
I was really excited about
You
it.
were voluntold?
Voluntold.
Was one of your presents a new axe?
It was actually a 25-pound solid steel splitting maul that I still have. It won't break because I broke the handle on the other one. So if you want to know why I was country strong and why I told my coach I don't really need to lift weights when I was in high school, it was because of that.
I remember swinging one of those.
Makes sense.
That thing's a beast.
It makes a man out of you really quick because as soon as you don't hit right and it hits that handle and your hands just kind of vibrate,
Stings.
it's not good. Anyway, there'll probably be some of that to do, unfortunately. But, I have it's kind of a blended family, I guess. So I get my daughter every other weekend, depending on when it falls. I get her. This year will be before Christmas, so I'll get her before Christmas Eve. So try to do something with her, with my girlfriend Tanya and her kids, and then go down, do something with my parents, and then try to do something with my mom's side of the family because they have a Christmas. This year will be very fortunate because a lot of times with my mom's side of the family, I don't get to see them because of Christmas tournaments. And that's been like kind of a tradition whenever I show up and I'm actually there. They all think it's kind of funny. It's like, oh, my gosh, you decided to show up 4 years later. That's kind of how the calendar falls.
Yeah.
And I'm like, hey, look, this has been my life from ever since I was in school playing basketball.
Right.
Even when I was a manager in junior high, it was we're going to the Park Hills Christmas tournament. And it was like that, I think probably about 4 years since I've been coaching or playing in high school sports, I've actually got a chance to or not have to worry about a Christmas tournament. So, just like you said, I'm in the gym. I got practice. I've got those things going on, and we'll have some time. I give the kids time off for their families because it's important. But at the same time, we're still trying to find time to get better.
I agree. So
I do
Ray?
have a question, though. Dave Jarvis posted on here a lot of stories about Jason. Well, feel free to come on in and share. Sit in that seat right there and share all the stories you want.
Hit him up on the text line.
Text line, right?
Throw the text line,
Let me throw the text line number up right now. Here it is. Give us a text.
Most of those stories would be after our stories.
Well, he didn't say that. He didn't specify that.
There you go.
Just got to clean them up a little bit.
Is that
That's the old
possible?
Chris Farley. Hey, you remember that time? That was great, wasn't it?
I got a couple stories on the old Dave Jarvis, so some good stories.
I'm sure you do. I doubt he's ever been on a golf course on any of them.
Oh, maybe so.
All right, Ray, what about you? What do the
Lordy.
Hallbooks do?
What do we do? Lordy, let me
Hallmark Channel Christmas movies.
No, we do not. that we don't do.
Don't you lie.
No, no, there's no way.
Jesus knows if you're lying.
No, so, been married 25 years, and, both sides of the family, they've kind of got their traditions and things like that to where we've got it kind of split up between two families on what it used to be on Christmas Day and then one on Christmas Eve, and now it's kind of just gone down to 1 and 1. This year we're kind of doing it even a little bit different because of COVID now. Probably looking at just meeting with my side of the family. We've got some situations where we're just going to be meeting with my immediate family. But you mentioned, Jarvis, Midnight Mass. Well, I'm actually doing Midnight Mass over at St. Francis of Assisi on Telegraph midnight. So that'll be interesting because not my style of church, but really respect, because those Midnight Masses I've done years and years and years. Grew up Catholic when I was real young, and I mean, just to go, it's short, which is kind of nice, but they do all of the your normal tradition songs and things like that. But Jeremy Boyer, the blues organist, called us up, and we kind of caught up, and he's the actual organist over there, and so. I'm going to be sitting rubbing elbows with him basically.
Yeah, I don't do the
Mass.
Catholic midnight mass ones. I'm usually a 7 o'clock candlelight service.
Right. So, but I mean, my family, my immediate family is one of those.
Parish.
Is it?
Yep.
Is it Boers? Okay, cool, awesome, Boer, come on out. But
what, midnight?
Yeah, midnight, right? So
so
he'll
many
be there. He'll be there.
many things I want to
Well,
say.
we're streaming it, so he doesn't have to now. So.
Oh,
but
there you go.
so there it is. But
are you going to be running the lines up on the screen?
Yeah, right,
too?
right. But yeah, we normally go. Our Lady of the Snows is a real cool place. We want to check out the new place over at the racetrack this year. That's what my family does. My immediate family does, which is kind of cool. And it's always been. It's funny. I've got a 22-year-old, one that just turned 20. And both of them are like, hey, when we go to the Snows, which is, it's a tradition that we've kind of put together for probably the past 10 years or so. And, they look forward to that, even though they might have girlfriends and this, that, and the other. So it's kind of cool to go out there and check that out. And it's always fun. They always do a good job out there, Our Lady of the Snows. So
awesome.
But,
cool.
Yeah, that's cool. So,
and what about you, Scott?
Yeah, what about Scott?
Usually just my mom moved to Florida a couple of years ago, so it's just generally me and some my wife's family. We kind of get together and just have nice dinner with everybody.
Cool, awesome.
Go to Bed Bath & Beyond.
not anymore.
Don't have to be enough time,
right?
That's all I got. Ray, what do you got?
Well, do we want to do trivia?
Zach says no.
Getting past my bedtime.
Oh, we got enough time.
We
for
got enough
trivia.
time. Let's do trivia.
Oh,
let's do trivia.
See if he can be a winner tonight.
We're doing trivia.
Let's see who the winner
Hey,
is.
a Christmas miracle.
That's next week, right? That's next week.
Yeah. By the way, we have to. We got to pick out our Secret Santa.
Yeah,
too,
we got to do Secret Santas.
So
jeez.
he needs a
Secret
Yeah,
Santa.
we're going to have to use some. Hey, that agenda you made, Scott, we might have to take it and bring you
Okay.
paper.
There you go.
All right.
Shred that up real quick. I'm kidding.
Now, if Scott would happen to
kids.
win today, come on, McVeigh. Come on, McVeigh.
Check his email list.
Right.
Whoa. You gotta.
No,
writing
you don't get
utensil?
one.
I don't need one.
Oh, snap.
Man.
All the answers are already in that
Yeah,
computer right there.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
I'm not even answering.
Put your phone up this time.
Phone's up every time.
All right, eyes on your own paper.
Exactly.
You ain't gonna believe this. Oh, here it is.
I
I thought I lost the place.
Shocker.
No, I did not.
From
All right, here's
1865.
we'll let Scott choose the category: baseball, basketball, esports, football, golf, hockey, horse racing, NASCAR,
Don't pick anything
Olympics,
stupid.
soccer, or tennis.
And don't pick soccer.
That's the best.
All right, so
Jarvis knows all about
soccer is not it, so we'll go baseball.
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 Would you like to pick a? Let's pick the Cleveland Indians since we've got
Since we're losing
all right.
Since they won't be the
California
team of
Penal League.
Ohio.
Right.
California Penal League. What was the Cleveland franchise called as a founding member of the American League in 1901?
You're the worst. You're the worst.
1901, man.
The worst.
What were you doing in 1901? Kindergarten?
Ray was working for him.
Job number 30.
You're just jealous, Jarvis. All right. So, what was the Cleveland franchise called as a founding member of the American League
I don't know.
in 1901? The Cleveland Lakeshores, the Cleveland Broncos, the Cleveland Naps, or the Cleveland Bluebirds. Yes, NAPS, Naps. So, Lakeshores, Broncos, Naps, or Bluebirds.
What was A and B? Lakeshore and what?
Lakeshores, Broncos, Naps, Bluebirds.
What do you think?
You gotta give me an answer.
Who knows?
You
What do you
give me an
got?
answer? Do you know the answer?
I'm going to guess C.
Okay, you're gonna guess C. The answer is the Bluebirds, which is D.
Ah, boy.
Nobody got that one right. How
Oh,
about
what?
What? Saying there's a chance.
that? Nobody got it
That was B.
right.
I don't know what I was
I
talking about.
almost picked that.
Were the Naps second?
What?
Scoot up a little bit into the camera
Oh, I
here
want
so
to.
everybody can see what you got going on.
No, he's got to look around to
Okay,
see your
I get to choose the
questions.
next one since nobody got it right.
That really bothers him. You notice that?
Football trivia, and we're gonna go with the Indianapolis Colts.
Oh.
We're gonna go with.
It'd be like the Baltimore Colts.
All right, here's a good one.
Peyton Manning.
Watch.
The Colts won the first Super Bowl that blank. The Colts won the first Super Bowl that was played at night, was decided by a single point, went into overtime, or was played on artificial turf. The Colts won the first Super Bowl that was played at night, decided by a single point, went into overtime, played on artificial turf. A, B, C, or D.
I gotta catch up. What was D?
Played on artificial turf.
I want to figure
Indy, you said?
I want to figure this.
Indy or Baltimore?
Indianapolis.
He said Indy.
I want to.
Oh,
Well, that
okay.
changes things.
Hang on.
The Indianapolis Colts. The bad part about it is I can't get the answer. Hold on a second.
No, that can't be that.
Okay, I already got the answer.
That must be nice.
Ready?
No.
Played at night,
Screw it.
won by a single point, overtime, or artificial turf. Answer is what's your answer?
Single point?
You all are wrong again.
What?
Was played on artificial turf.
What?
The
Indy?
Colts, and that
What
was
year?
1971,
That's-
the Orange Bowl.
No.
They were the Baltimore
no.
Colts.
Right.
That's what I said. It
You
was the
said
Baltimore-
you said Indiana.
That changed
Yes,
everything.
Right.
Exactly.
Throw it out.
Yeah, I erased
all right.
it.
That's exactly right. Because I go.
That's
How
what-
many of
Indy,
these
that
cups
changes
should I have
everything.
won? Because
Stevie.
Well, when you asked, then I went, well, it can't
Sorry
be
about
turf,
that.
right?
That's
Right.
exactly why.
Exactly.
That's why I went away
That's-
from that one.
Right.
I will
Yep.
throw that one out. We're going to go New England Patriots instead.
Oh, well, he'll get this one.
one
That's
right.
no guarantee.
My God,
Now
just
wait.
serve them up
The
on
New
a
England
tee for him.
Patriots?
The New
Okay.
England
Not Boston
Patriots.
Patriots.
It is the could be the Boston
Oh,
Patriots too.
Champ over here. That's his best favorite team right there.
oh, is it?
Here's
Oh
a good
my
one.
gosh, yes.
What rookie
Is
helped revitalize the New England Patriots defensive line in 2001? There's an easy
He's
one.
already got it down. He knows them at that team. I can tell you that.
Maybe.
You do.
Are you giving us choices?
Because I don't know the answer.
Not for you.
Okay. What rookie helped revitalize New England Patriots defensive line in 2001? Vince Wilfork,
My pen's out.
Richard Seymour, Marcus Spears, or Ty Warren? Wilfork, Seymour, Spears, Warren.
What year?
2001.
2001. Wilfork, Seymour, Spears, Warren. What rookie helped revitalize the New England Patriots defensive line in 2001?
That's what I thought it was, but I'm going to go out.
What's your answer?
I'm guessing Seymour.
You got it right. You're the only one that's got it right so far.
What?
Yep. Richard Seymour.
Well, Wilfork, I think it was more recent. That's why I was like, I didn't think it was him.
2001, quickly earning a starting spot in the defensive line, finished the 2001 season with 44 tackles, 25 of them solo tackles.
We're in Ophers right now. So
Ophers, and Scott's in the lead. He could be going home with the cup.
That means he has to come back.
I'll get rolled in the parking lot.
Right? Don't let McVay beat you outside.
Wait,
this is mine.
Exactly.
Is this question 3 then?
This
Question
is 4.
3. Question 3.
3.
Oh, you threw
threw
the other one
out.
out. Oh, okay.
I was going to say if it was
I was
4,
4.
then your odds were good.
That's why I'm saying. That's why it's 4.
NBA trivia. What team won the very first NBA game? What team won the very first NBA game? The New York Knicks, the Philadelphia Warriors, the Toronto Huskies, or the Chicago Stags? The New York Knicks, the Warriors, the Toronto Huskies, or the Chicago Stags? And that was in 1946, by the way.
Yikes.
Going back. Sorry, McVay.
1946?
Yep. So answers are Knicks, Warriors, Huskies, Stags.
Go with it.
Okay. Answers?
I'm going to say the Chicago team.
Okay. You're right, you're right, you're wrong, you're wrong. So we got 3 here. So we're playing right here. You're all out. You 2 are out. If the answer is the Knicks.
There's only been one question answered right.
Yeah, that's it. Everybody's over. Except for
us
us.
too.
They got it right.
And then he's a 2.
And he got
I got one.
He got 1 right.
Yeah.
So 3-way tie.
Oh, I thought he was just playing for fun. I thought.
Yeah,
this
he's
was
playing.
Oh, yeah, I'm just playing for fun.
You can.
Okay, well,
So we
We're
can
not
answer
out.
this one
Unless
right.
I
and
win.
they get it wrong.
Yeah, it could be a 5-way tie of 1. Okay. All right, here we go.
yeah. Where'd you learn your math?
Ergy.
Uranium.
I thought your pen was out.
It is out.
Okay.
It's like not. Yeah.
You need this?
Well.
Hockey trivia.
That's his favorite sport.
McVay's like, I'm leaving.
You have a chance to win, and he goes hockey.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'll do
Tell
it
me
in
this isn't
basketball.
rigged.
Or football. Or basketball.
In foosball.
Yeah.
Hey, worst case is we're going to go to a tiebreaker.
Well,
Unless one of us
you get it right.
me and you get it right. If we get it wrong and they get it right, we're at least going to a tiebreaker.
So I got something different than what you guys got.
Yeah, that would be a smart idea.
I really hope they get to a 4-way tiebreaker.
The 4-way?
Yeah, because I'd have to listen to McVay piss him off about
hockey.
Are we ready?
Oh, we're waiting on you.
Who was the first American? Oh, I'm sorry. Who was the first African American hockey player named to the Team USA Olympic roster? First African American hockey player named to the Team USA Olympic roster. Answers: Jordan Greenway, Dustin Bufflin, Seth Jones, or Mike Greer. Greenway, Bufflin, Jones, Greer.
Are any of these
This
hockey players?
is recent. This
Are
is
they like
recent.
actual hockey players?
This was only 2 years ago. This was only 2 years ago.
Crap. That takes away my answer.
So this is very, very.
Say those one more time.
Who was the first African American hockey player named to a Team USA Olympic roster?
Okay.
Jordan Greenway, Dustin Bufflin, Seth Jones, and Mike Greer. Answers.
Well, I can't pick what he picks. He's hiding it like.
I know. I don't understand why.
Answers.
Who knows?
Who do you think?
Well, I was going to say
Where'd you
Greer
go?
until you said 2 years ago, so I'm going to say the Jordan guy.
I picked Greer.
Every single one of you that went with Seth Jones, and that's incorrect.
I didn't go.
The answer is Jordan Greenway.
Oh, well.
So you're still wrong.
Well, we're
So I
out.
won.
All right, so we still got a 2-way tie.
So I
here.
won.
Yeah,
Did
we're
you
out.
know?
No, you
Why
didn't.
didn't you tell me?
Yeah, I did. I said it was the first guy.
Hey, this is a
I thought
first.
you said Greer.
Oh, McVay.
No, I said I
It's a
was going to
first.
say
I got
Greer,
every single one of them
but then
wrong.
you said it was 2 years ago. So I said
All right.
that the
Wow.
Jordan guy.
Me and
You're
you.
right.
That's the first time Miller's ever gotten all of them wrong.
Wow.
Even
All
the
right.
ones that Ray screws up on with the Colts.
Ray's been too busy all week, and he didn't even be able to send him the questions. So
That's right.
Here, retire the stuff.
So, are we giving
Here,
you
let
the
me have your
cup?
pen.
Are we giving him the cup?
No.
You do not want my cup.
Here it is.
You
Too
want
late.
my pin?
Right here.
Hey,
This one's
I'll
got
do the
out.
Andre the
Good
Giant
luck.
thing. I beat Hulk Hogan,
Why?
and I'm going to give him the belt.
All right. So
No, we're not playing that. We're going straight.
back down. Then you choose the category.
All right. So
Choose baseball. Choose baseball so McVay has a chance.
Oh, come on now.
I'm going to choose McVay Sports.
McVay Sports. Is that a option?
I don't know what that is. Do I get to ask the question?
That would be soccer, wouldn't it?
I'm going to ask the question. What college
No.
did Coach McVay play baseball at?
Oh, I know.
Well, I hope you would know that.
I know, so I'm asking the question.
Basketball trivia.
That's fine.
Okay. Basketball trivia. We're going to go with category number 9. Here we go.
Oh boy. Answer something.
We already
different.
answered that question.
Oh, here it.
Get out.
Oh, we'll see.
You know where it's at.
Oh, he does, does he? Oh, he does, does
he?
he?
Would know
No,
where
I'm
it's
not
at.
looking at that. I don't care about that. Yeah, I like that.
The Denver Nuggets question? Okay. All right.
Oh, yikes.
Here's the Denver Nuggets question.
Nuggets.
Which Denver Nuggets player was nicknamed Skywalker?
There you go.
I know this.
Chauncey Billups,
Don't know
George
this.
McGinnis, David Thompson, or Carmelo Anthony? Which Denver Nuggets player was nicknamed Skywalker? Billups, McGinnis, Thompson, Anthony.
If you're even thinking about it,
Hold on. Say the whole name.
so easy.
don't know
Chauncey
him.
Billups, George
So
McGinnis,
easy.
David Thompson, Carmelo Anthony.
I don't know.
No, really?
I got a wag. That's about it.
Give me the answers one more time.
Billups, McGinnis, Thompson, Anthony. Chauncey Billups.
It's
George
not Chauncey
McGinnis,
Billups.
David Thompson, Carmelo
I don't
Anthony.
care. It's not Chauncey Billups.
Okay.
There you go.
Here it is. You both got it right. Moving on down.
Who was it?
All right, here's a good
C.
one.
David Thompson.
What number?
Skywalker.
Here it is. Here he is.
God.
What number did Gary Payton wear during his rookie season?
That's a good one.
I think I know that one.
Do you?
What number did Gary Payton wear during his rookie
Can
season?
you get his
20,
nickname?
35, 0, or 2? 20, 35, 0, or 2. Gary Payton
You know?
rookie season.
Maybe.
I know that he wore this number.
Answers.
Don't know if that's right or not, but I thought it was.
That's 20. The answer is 2.
Oh! That's what I thought.
Booyah. Rigged.
Winner.
Rigged.
Winner. Winner. That's my birthday present right here. Winner.
Happy birthday. Don't say I didn't ever give you anything.
Hey, back in the black and red.
Dadgummit.
That's all I care about. Black and red.
Hey, missed it by that much. We missed it by
It was a good
that
fight.
much.
You
Good
missed
fight.
it by the 0.
Missed it by that much. Look,
Take the 0
McVay's
off.
in disbelief. He wants a recount.
2 weeks later. 2 weeks later.
He's like Charlie Brown with that football. He's like, damn it, just let me kick it.
Would you like to have a little speech on winning the Cranium Cup there?
No, I want to thank all
You
my
weren't.
friends
Hey,
here.
by the way, you weren't saved by 0. Song reference. Never mind.
Oh.
Oh, sorry.
All right, now
Obscure
homework
80s
for next
song.
time. We got to see that Coke Zero commercial and everything else.
See a commercial.
You'll have to go buy the Coke Zeros. I will not furnish that, but if it's Pepsi, I might do that.
I saw Diet Coke in one of your closets upstairs.
Oh!
Whoa.
Whoa!
It
Blasphemy!
ain't my closet. I don't own that
Blasphemy.
closet.
It's your room.
It's your room.
It's not just my room.
Wow.
I don't even allow Coke in my refrigerator.
It's not just my
It's
room.
like 10 years old, I think. You
It
just
probably
never
is.
thrown it out.
Probably
I was
has.
looking for a pad to beat my kids with, but I couldn't find one, and I found it.
Need a pad to beat him off with?
Nope. Why would you need a pad for that?
Oh my gosh! It's a
Champion.
family show.
Fork.
Forks.
I'm done. Yeah, so
Scott Lotto, we appreciate you being on here, man. We
Yeah, thank
you
appreciate
for having
the
me. Thanks, Scott.
crossover. The crossover of
Thought it
Main
was-
Street Sports
thought it was
and
Superhero crossover. So excited.
Superhero crossover.
When are you gonna rip your shirt off?
That's right. It's Captain America right here.
Merc.
Wow.
America.
It's nice.
What?
Where's everybody at next week?
Depends on what
Right
day
back
is.
here.
I guess we're gonna
We're
be
right
here.
back here. It's gonna be.
We didn't do our Secret Santa
We're gonna do
drawing.
our Secret Santa drawing. How are we gonna do it?
I guess
Do it online.
Put it in the cup and draw it from the cup.
We'll
We'll do
do
that.
piece of paper.
We'll do that a little bit later, and we'll have that ready for
we
everybody.
can't tell everybody.
Well, they'll figure it out when they get here because you are invited next week, next Wednesday, to be here with us. So please show up. Come on out here. We'll work on getting you guys a little bit of a discount here from Mr. Joel over here as well for mentioning Livestream STL in the coaches box. So I think that's all we've got, guys.
I think that's it.
All right.
Awesome show.
Thanks so much
Scott.
for being with us.
Thank you, Scott.
Yep. Thanks, guys. We are out of here. Thanks for watching. I want to say Main Street Sports, but it's actually the coaches box. We'll see you next week.